Hello, March.
It is March. Shit.
It's March 1st like a motherfucker.
How about it?
Welcome to the realest podcast ever. It is Wednesday, March 1st. I'm your host, C. Diddy.
Matt makes me sick.
And we are back.
Emergency episode.
Emergency motherfucking episode. You niggas are going crazy in these streets.
Everybody went nuts.
Everybody's losing it. Pets' heads are falling off.
I seen somebody today said March 1st, 3-1. Durant goes down, tears his knee up. They were up 3-1 and lost.
Christ.
I'm like, it's amazing how you motherfuckers can figure all this shit out.
Well, you started with Kevin Durant. Let's go there real quick before we get into all this rap shit. Why are people so happy Kevin Durant is hurt?
I don't. Who's happy about it?
Millions of motherfuckers are happy. I've gotten text messages. I've seen screenshots. I've seen people literally commenting on the posts of people putting up Kevin Durant got hurt. Like, that's what that pussy ass nigga get. Like, people are legit ecstatic that Kevin Durant is hurt.
I mean, he's like not a fan favorite right now.
Meanwhile, LeBron, the best player in the world, just got Darren Williams and Andrew Bogut on his team, and nobody's not saying shit about that.
I mean, it's like getting a 08 SRT Cherokee. It's like,
but you already have a 2017 SRT Cherokee in the parking lot.
That's why the 08 Cherokee is like, you just got it because you wanted it. It's like Bogut's not about to be a serious factor.
No, but it's like, you ever seen a bitter ex-girlfriend? That's what Andrew Bogut looks like right now.
I don't think so. Go get your fucking chip if you can. You just watched Durant go to the Warriors and
he don't have a chip. Bogut already has one.
Yeah, but who the fuck is Bogut? If you got an opportunity to sign with the Cavaliers or Bartram, what the fuck you gonna do?
My issue is not with the Cavaliers. My issue, and I think I texted you this the other day, is how the fuck do the other 28 teams in the league allow this shit to happen?
I mean, it's just the way it is.
How the fuck does Darren Williams...
That's a Pac line, by the way.
How the fuck does Darren Williams clear waivers on a buyout?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Nobody didn't bid $3 million for Darren Williams. Nobody out of all of the Celtics,
I kind of think Darren Williams
the Hawks,
he a backup
Toronto.
Point guard. It's like
Toronto lost Kyle Lowry the other day. They couldn't use fucking Darren Williams.
I mean, I guess not.
Nobody bid on fucking Darren Williams.
You know the way that shit go, yo. This is Bron's league.
Bron's like, y'all pussies better not. GM Bron calling around, threatening all of the GMs, like, yo, y'all pussies put a bid in, we'll smack the shit out you, dog.
But me and Rob been saying it all year. The Cavaliers need a backup point guard. So it's like getting Deron Williams is like, it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, he gonna play 17, 18 minutes a game. It serves a purpose.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. Like basketball, I told you, it's two-sided right now.
I'm not watching none of this shit till June. I'm done. You know what I'm saying?
But the crazy part is I say this to you and Ron, and y'all like, oh, Matt, you're crazy. You and your nostalgia. And I'm like, no.
I give up. No, I'm with you now. I give up.
The NBA
Fuck this.
really, I understand the...
It's a pussy league.
I understand the logistics, what's the numerical, all that breakdown, the efficiencies and all of that. It's just not the same NBA. The NBA to me was way more competitive mid-90s, late 90s. It's like
shit was more competitive when T-Mac was a star.
Even when Jordan was Jordan and Jordan was the man. Jordan won six chips.
Could have won 8 or 10.
He never played the same team in the finals except for the last two Jones against the Jets. It's like that's how the Lakers, the Blazers, the Suns, like everybody. And even when Jordan was playing, he wasn't cooking past the motherfuckers.
Yeah, no, he was 4-2, 4-3 one time, I think.
It's like it was competitive all the way around. The Knicks was there. The Pacers was there. The Heat was around. Yeah. It's just what it was.
Real quick, who would win, 01 Lakers or Chicago Bulls?
01 Lakers is the best team ever to me.
They will fuck the Chicago Bulls up.
Fuck everybody. Go get whoever you
want. That
want.
67-15 Lakers team, they would fuck them up.
Like Shaq in his prime with Kobe with the fro.
They would fuck the Bulls up bad.
With Fisher, with Horry.
They might 30 the Bulls.
You can give us the Mitch Richmond Lakers with them. And like real shit.
The Glenn Rice Lakers.
I mean, sorry, Mitch Richmond. Yeah, Glenn Rice. It's like I take the 01 Lakers against.
No, Mitch Richmond was a Laker too for a second.
On the team.
Yeah.
Glenn Rice was on the first.
Glenn Rice was on the first joint.
But like I take the 01 Lakers.
They would fuck the Bulls up.
Anybody.
Any of them Bill Russell Celtics teams, they would fuck them up.
Go get whoever you want. Diesel was doing 40 and 20.
They would fuck them
Kobe was doing 30 and 9. It's real shit. It fucked me up when people be like, oh, Shaq won those chips. And I'll be like...
Then you look and see Kobe averaged 32 and hit all the big shots.
Shaq averaged 33 and Kobe averaged 31. It's like, dog, cool out.
Right.
I remember that game. I'll never forget this shit. Lakers was playing the Rockets. Shaq fouled out like he always did with like 7 or 8 minutes left. The Lakers was actually down like 6 points. Kobe went off. He scored like 9 or 10, tied the game up. We go to overtime. The first overtime, he had 9. We went to second overtime. He had 6. He had 17 in both overtimes and 9 in the last 6 minutes of the fourth, and finished the game with 51. And the Lakers won the shit. And it was just like
Shaq won.
Yeah,
it was
Shaq's team.
The nigga didn't play the last 10 minutes of the game.
Real shit.
Shaq carried those teams, even in the Indiana finals. Kobe was doing horrible things to Reggie Miller and Jalen Rose.
Staying on the basketball theme before we go into the way left shit that went down this week in pop culture. JaVale McGee and Shaq. Listen.
Shaq mom had to step in like,
this
hey,
is
son,
what I be talking about with the NBA
relax.
now. These niggas' moms had, like, straight Golden State called TNT. That's corny shit. That's hoe shit. I get it. Shaq was, if you want to, quote unquote, cyberbullying because all the shit.
You know what my favorite thing of this whole beef was?
What?
Kevin Durant said, I didn't know the police could threaten people online.
Kevin Durant lost me when he said Shaq didn't have any skill. It's like, fam.
Shaq had a lot of skill. He wasn't disciplined at all.
No, Shaq footwork and passing ability gets undermined because he was such a dominant force. His footwork, if you ever get a chance, anybody listening to this shit, go on YouTube, type in Shaq versus Michael Jordan 1-on-1. Watch Shaq shake Jordan out of his shoes. You ever seen that shit?
Yeah.
Shake him out of his sneaks. Yeah. Shaq's footwork was fucking incredible.
Yeah, Shaq was this God-given ability with brute strength, like,
real shit.
And a hell of a lot of skills. Underrated low post passer, all of that shit. Now, he wasn't disciplined at all the last 8 years of his career because he just got fatter and fatter and fatter and just turned into a big-ass mound of blackness. But
he never spent the NBA check. You got to fuck with Shaq, dog. You got to fuck with the Diesel. But the Shaq and JaVale, in Shaq's defense, JaVale McGee is awful. He does stink like garbage. It's like, but I can understand.
Shaq was like, you finally got with a good team. Now you got something to say, bitch.
That fucking video Shaq did with the, this doesn't make any sense. I fell the fuck out off of that.
On another note, JaVale McGee's mom is bad as shit.
His mom is some work.
Smoking.
Yeah.
And I'm not even Team Dino. JaVale McGee, I would run down on your mom. No disrespect.
She like 50.
No disrespect.
Still look good, though.
How old is JaVale McGee?
25. He been in the league 8 years. So he got to be 25, 26.
Damn.
At the youngest.
I thought he was like 34.
He probably first round be older than that.
Right.
How long did he do in college?
I didn't even know who he was until he got with Washington.
What's crazy is, and it's fucked up, but Shaq was God's honest right. You're only going to get remembered for Shaq than a fool.
Yeah.
Because that's all I could ever think of.
You consistently made Shaq to the fool.
Consistently. You know what I'm saying? JaVale McGee got bad. Like, there'd be moments where, like, Greg Anthony falling down after Reggie hit the 2 threes. Remember when he fell and Reggie got the 3-step back? There'd be plays that motherfuckers make. Darrell Armstrong went for a layup in the dunk contest. You know what I'm saying? It's like you see some blooper Jones. It shouldn't be every play of your life a fucking blooper. You know what I'm saying? Like everything about you is. Oh no, he's 29. So.
All right. So I mean, his mom had him at a respectable age.
Yeah, respectable.
Fair enough.
Yeah, damn. He been in the league 8 years, yeah.
JaVale McGee, 8 years. And 8 years Shaq in the full first team All NBA.
JaVale McGee got a joint where he took off on the fast break the wrong way. Like, fam.
Nigga.
You're a professional. It's 2 ways to go. Like
I got dizzy. I got confused.
Yeah.
I didn't know which way to go, bro.
But we're doing this emergency episode today because we recorded last week. Y'all all remember that. We recorded a week before. So the episode 7 stir up a lot of controversy.
Matt said he woke up to 58 ats.
Yo,
like people arguing, like, let's argue. Fuck your opinion, dog.
Up, it kills me because Chad really said killer season. But nobody had to go
nobody questioned it. They were just like, you said killer season, dog. What's wrong with you?
Yo, real shit. It's like I knew it was going to stir up a lot of controversy.
But the thing is, I'm a movie guy. Like, I love fucking movies. So it's very easy to just be like Goodfellas, Casino, Shawshank Redemption, Schindler's. That's too easy. Like, I'm gonna go with some cool, fun shit. Like,
somebody hit me was like, "How the fuck could you put Pac in your top 5 actors?" I'm like, He was a good actor.
He was a very good fucking actor.
I like Pac movies. I like Poetic Justice. I like Juice. I like Gang Related. I like Gridlock. I like Pac
I would have liked him in Menace to Society if he didn't beat the director up.
You know what I'm saying? It's like Pac could act. Like, the fuck you want from me? But yeah, everything in the culture just went left, and I think that's what we're gonna name this episode. Hip hop isn't dead,
or maybe it is.
Because it was dope to see hip hop like the way it used to be. Like, we had battles, we had diss tracks, we had shootouts. I'm like, yo,
I thought it was 94.
96.
It was 94 again. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because last night I accidentally binge watched No Jumper podcast on YouTube, and pretty much all the guy from No Jumper interviews is like swag rappers. Like the new guys. Like, I watched the Famous Dex interview, bro. I watched fucking XXX Tentacion interview last night. So it's like, that's like a far cry from the shit that went on the past few days. Like,
I didn't know Famous Dex was like a...
He's a thing.
I didn't know it was a thing.
It's a thing.
I seen a video of him
kids
like...
following him in the mall?
No, he was in like the Lamborghini dealership. And
I guess
he had bought a Lamborghini.
And you knew he bought the Lamborghini because all the white guys was in the back like...
He's throwing money on the windshield of the Lamborghini, and he was dancing, and he like showed off his watch.
Lambo way.
And his homie was encouraging him, and then the camera turned to the left, and it was like 10 white people with suits.
With the thumbs up.
With thumbs up. I'm
nigger.
Yeah, like, get this nigga out of here with this Lamborghini.
Nigger paid cash.
Yeah.
The kids are going to go to Great Adventure this weekend.
Yeah, straight up and down.
Thanks, nigger.
Yeah. But this week was extremely, extremely lit. Where we start?
Let's start with people getting shot up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you want to start?
I want to start
terrible.
Yeah,
right, cool.
Yeah, exactly. Let's start off terrible and then get cultural. So, we've covered this ongoing beef on the podcast.
I want to. You're something of a Nostradamus.
Yeah,
because Chad said, I think it was episode 5?
4 or 5, somewhere in there.
It was before the social media.
Yo Gotti got to shoot some shit up.
Chad said, Yo Gotti got to punch this nigga because Dolph has been out here on some other shit.
Yeah,
and now that I understand who Dolph is and what's going on,
it's Dolph.
It's like
it's on and kicking.
It's on. You know what I'm saying?
And not only did it go down, it went down in a neutral city.
Yeah.
Meaning, I know you gonna be here. I brought the sticks for your bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Niggas pulled out the Draco, and then when you see when you see the fucking video of the cell phone video of somebody recapping it, they like, yo, the nigga pulled the Draco out and started shooting, and then he stood on top of the fucking car and shot down at the shit. But it's bulletproof, bro. They ain't get through.
They shot 100
plus
over 100 rounds into Dolph's bulletproof vehicle. The funniest shit I seen was, because of course the vehicle's bulletproof, so Dolph is basically just sitting inside, allegedly,
like just watching.
They had the meme of a Stringer. Remember, he's in the back seat and he's like, basically him sitting in the back seat waiting for the shooting to be over.
Are you done? You done? All right. I got a show to go to, bro.
Flyest part of all of it was, after the shooting, you know, the light turned green and they pulled off, and he went and performed.
Don't play with me,
and did the Gotti
play with your bitch, and the whole crowd sung the shit. The other funniest part was the fucking the blinking eye meme when they was like, when Gotti found out that Dolph wasn't dead. The fuck? So you mean to tell me y'all shot a whole 100 times?
100 rounds.
Nobody's dead. The cat is not dead.
No, the crossing guards.
The puppy's not dead.
Everybody's good.
Everybody's cool.
Ice Cream Man still selling Tweety Birds. Like,
nobody's hurt.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas is fired.
That's real shit.
Y'all niggas fired.
I would have loved to seen the nigga on Four Brothers find out that 100 shots went off and nobody died.
Like, nobody's shot, bro.
Shit crazy.
And that just goes to show, like, how, like, aside from the actual beef itself, I talked about this probably like an episode or 2 ago. The problem with niggas is niggas shoot shit up.
Yeah.
Like, those were my exact words. Niggas shoot shit up, no matter what the cause is. Yo, that nigga stepped on my shoe.
Episodes ago
shoot
about,
shit up. Like,
me having guns. It's like, I'm not in the street doing that. It's like, the problem with shooting 100 rounds, and like niggas glorify, and I seen that on Twitter, like, oh, Gotti them let them 100 shots to the problem is like 100 shots ain't got 100 names on them.
Exactly.
Yeah, if it is really that big of a situation, honestly, I'm not promoting violence or killing or no
walk
shit like
up on
that.
them.
But
You know what he driving, obviously.
I listen to Nas the whole way up here. I drove into the fucking Easy Pass lane, so now I got a $70 ticket. I had to get out, and the dude explained to me how to get out of that
podcast.
He explained to me how to get out of it though. But still, it's like I was listening to Nas coming up here, and I'm listening to One Love. And remember he said, they call me busting off the roof, so I wear bulletproof and pack a black Trey Deuce. And he said I had to school him, told him don't let niggas fool him. When the pistols blow, the one that murdered, it'd be the cool one. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't bust off in no crowd. And it's like, that 100 shot shit, it's like, okay, yeah, but that's 100 bullets just ringing the fuck out at CIAA, and it's like
at a nigger convention,
at a nigger festival, and that's not fucking fly.
That's like letting the hammer off at a Dune Day.
Yeah,
like,
real shit.
It's mad motherfuckers out here.
Like, no, my man pulled the joint out with the extendo and tore up motherfucking where's a Dune Day normally at?
South Street.
Yes, exactly.
23rd and South.
Yes.
23rd and South is a dunya.
Real shit.
Because of two dumbass niggas got a beef.
Horrible.
But that just lets you know Dolph wasn't lying.
Dolph wasn't fucking around. Yeah.
That lets you know Dolph wasn't lying. Like, probably did have your baby mom in the hotel for a week.
Probably fronted your brother a lot of other shit.
A lot of shit. And then, to make matters worse, Dolph put a fucking terrible video out, but hilarious, for the diss track this week with a fake Yo Gotti in it.
Fake fat head Yo Gotti.
With acting and everything, like fucking Dolph
but that's
Washington.
How diss tracks was though. Remember the fuck Dre Day? Remember that? Like
Real Compton City G's.
Real Compton City G's. They had the.
That's an underrated diss record.
Yeah, we forgot about
that. That's
an
underrated.
That was hard. That was hard.
And you forget that the records on your records that you talk about spraying me, the same records that you're making is paying me.
Yeah.
Motherfuck Snoop, motherfuck Dre, motherfuck Death Row.
What do you say about Snoop? You're only 60 pounds when you're wet and wearing boots.
That's a great fucking diss record.
Yeah, Real
man.
Compton City G's was the truth. But no, back in the day, that's how disses was. Even in Dre Day, John, they had the fake Easy running around and
with
shit.
The sign will work for
and hit him up. They had a fake Biggie. You know what I'm saying? That was
Piggy. Fucking Piggy.
Fake Biggie looked like Eminem homie on 8
Yo.
Mile. Yo. But yeah, that was just a crazy little situation. We want to keep it ratchet or we want to go cultural?
It's up to you. I'm cool. It doesn't matter.
Carucci has filed for a restraining order against Breezy.
Against Breezy, the big blood.
Apparently Breezy punched her in the stomach and told her he'd kill her.
Toss her down the steps.
Sounds like a normal relationship.
Sounds like a normal Tuesday in the Chris Brown house. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Bitches getting beat up. Allegedly, this turned out to be a lie, but it sounded good. He threw the one white girl out the crib like Jazzy Jeff.
Remember that? Yeah.
They had the SWAT team at the nigga crib.
She was definitely lying.
It was like, gun. There was no gun.
Nigga was in the house smoking 100 long-ass cigarettes.
Yo, shout out to my pop. I was out with him the other night. He pulled out a box of Newport Smooth Selects. The box was black. Like, I've never seen these black and turquoise Newports before.
Chad texted me. I'm like, yo, where you at? He's like, I'm at Benny the Bums. I was like, the fuck you doing down there? He's like, I want my pop. And I'm like, at like the bar? I was like, ain't your pop a pastor? He's like, yeah, he don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's a real nigga, too. My pop beat a nigga up not too long ago. Beat the dog shit out this nigga at a cookout. Fucking 58th and Cobbs Creek. Beat the dog shit out this nigga.
In the name of the Lord.
Nigga said something out of pocket to my grandmother, like she was walking in the crib. Oh yeah, we should go out, something like that. She told my dad not with the intention of him whooping ass, but that was the end result. You know what I'm saying? He called himself going to go talk to the guy. Boy, like, no, you ain't understanding. Boop, bah, boop, bah, bah.
It was funny because
stomped him and everything.
Everybody from my grandfather's block knows my grandfather. My grandfather's 96, about to be 97.
Shout out to that.
Yeah, still drives, still be going to the store. Like, he be out. You know what I mean? And he had a lady friend. That's what old people call it, bitch. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Running down.
Yeah, his lady friend. He called me and was like, her name Miss Sassa. You know, he called me, was like, yeah, her son giving me all this lip, talking crazy. He too young for me to fight. You need to come up here. So I'm like, is it like for real? Like,
set it off.
So I'm like, I'm on the tip, like fucked up. Like, damn, it's really a nigga trying to rumble my grandpa. Like, my grandpa 90 years old, and like my grandpa, like, yo, he too young for me to fight him. So I'm like, let me go the fuck up here, cause I'm gonna have to haul off and choke the shit out somebody. Get up to the block, everybody's out there like, oh yeah, Mr. Walt in the house, because they had pulled him apart kind of down. And I get to the house, my grandpa like, yeah, man, that nigga, he don't want to do nothing. He a lazy bum. I tell him about himself, then he start talking, oh, old man, I'll fuck you up. I'm like, yeah, try it, motherfucker. I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to go down there and see what the fuck is going on.
Right.
And now I'm pissed. So I come to the crib.
With the Draco?
No, not the Draco. But I come to the crib. I'm waiting for like a young nigga to come outside. This guy comes out, and I'm like, who the fuck is this? They like, that's Miss Sassa's son. This nigga's like 60. So I go back to my grandma, like, I know you ain't talk about this man. He like, yeah, he too young for me to fight. I'm like, but then my grandpa, 96. Right. So it's like, yeah, he 30 years younger than my grandpa. And it's like, yo,
he's kind of too old for me to fight.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's funny because it's like,
you gotta go to Veterans Administration to go get somebody for this old nigga.
I see a 60-year-old. I'm like, how you doing, sir? Everything good with you? My grandpa
is your bitch ass son home?
My grandpa looking at 60-year-old like, young boy, I slapped the shit out of you. I fucking play.
Life is all about perspective.
That shit is crazy. But yeah, my grandpa definitely be out there.
Yeah, so I mean, back to the big blood, Brisk Breezy.
Yeah.
He backed out of the fight with Soulja Boy. Also, that's a thing.
I mean. Yeah, I don't understand.
That fight was never going to happen anyway.
Don't even make
you know what I'm saying? It's like, just see each other and just, you know what I'm saying, and just do what rappers do.
Hook off.
You know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? But the schedule of fight and all that shit, I got where Floyd was trying to, and 50 was trying to take it, but it's like, these are the two most erratic niggas in America.
Me personally, I thought Floyd was like playing Soulja Boy.
Oh, of course he was.
Even sitting at the table with him, he's like, yeah, this nigga's not a blood.
This nigga's a dickhead. But I'm going to let him tell you more about how he's a jackass. On Floyd's platform. He owns Hollywood Unlocked.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, what I don't understand is the bitch ass nigga Chris Brown is from Virginia, and this shithead is from Mississippi by way of Atlanta, and how are they from Bompton?
They fighting over a block.
Tell them, DeAndre. They fighting over a block that they both can't come to. You know what I'm saying? Who said Big Soldier ain't from the hood?
Yeah. But it's crazy that people even wanted to see that. It's like, why do you want to see underskilled?
Niggas, fucking Philly party promoters who shall remain nameless was planning the fucking fight party. Chris Brown versus Soulja Boy fight party.
Always a dollar to be made.
Free entry, pay-per-view fight party.
That's sad, man. But I don't know, where can we go now? Oh, Drake bought Young Thug iced out YSL.
His bae.
Yeah, Drake's been on a mission.
He's been on a gift buying mission.
He's been on a mission.
That Drake is a crafty motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
Like, he be buying the shit out of niggas' loyalty. Like
21 went platinum again? Hey, look, I got a Ferrari.
I got a Ferrari for this nigga.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Or was it a Lambo?
No, it was a Ferrari. A red Ferrari.
It was a Ferrari.
Yeah, he's buying the whole Atlanta gifts for the whole Atlanta.
I
apparently.
saw 21 was getting out the Ferrari at the club, and the paparazzi nigga said, 21, Drake bought you that Ferrari. He was like, yeah. He was like, how you feel about a man buying you a Ferrari? He was like, this shit hot. And walked into the club.
Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah.
Fuck you, me. I don't care who bought a fucking Ferrari. I want the Ferrari.
Drake is keeping the young hot niggas at
He bought Future a ring.
Bought Future a ring.
Bought Thugger a necklace now, and he bought 21 a motherfucking a Ferrari, and who knows how many random shooters he's wired $10,000 to, just in case shit go left when he's in the A.
Somebody asked me the other day, and my job was like, because we was talking about it, he was like, yeah, y'all podcast blow up, and like Drake try to get y'all on, and he buy you a roller. You taking it? I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my loyalty is absolutely for sale to the OVO camp if necessary. Yes, absolutely. If Meek wants to buy me a Rollie, I can be swayed that direction.
I'm like, y'all
also.
Be trying to get DC chains every tweet you got, so why the fuck can't I go get a Rollie?
The trying to get a DC chain epidemic in Philadelphia is crazy.
You should have seen them today. You know what I'm saying? They were tripping. Shout out Spank. You know what I'm saying? They were tripping. But yeah, we can get right into that. Meek has a video where he gets a homeless guy to do push-ups for $20, and he films it, puts it on his IG story.
Yeah,
guy does the push-ups, gives him $20. The internet went crazy.
Went batshit.
They went, but I didn't even see it at first. My girl mentioned it. They went nuts, and I'm like, is it that bad? Then I looked at it, and I'm like, yeah, this is
that
terrible.
bad. I still haven't watched it. Is it that bad?
It's just. Like, it's clown shit. It's like, for what? You know what I'm saying? It's like...
My thought process in general is, make these niggas be begging. Make these niggas work for their money. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? But to film it and like parade the shit out there to the public like you doing a good deed, but really you're being a dickhead. That's kind of like
it's like people on
at.
social media, Instagram, and all that like will give someone some food, homeless person some food,
and then
it's a picture
throwing up West Side in the picture.
Man, it's like
I saw this homeless man today. He hadn't eaten in 9 weeks. I asked him, so I gifted him my chicken quesadilla from Wawa for the culture. Deuces, bitch.
Hashtag dream chasers.
like, what the fuck are you doing?
I had a situation, and I wouldn't even speak about it if not for this, but I came out my depot one day. Dude was walking down the street, and he looked disheveled, and he was trying to get like tickets on the R line for him and his chick, so they could, because they was from Norristown but had no money to get back to Norristown and all this extra shit he was saying. He started crying, like he broke down crying in front of me, and I felt I gave him $30, like, yo, go get them tickets, get a little something to eat. He nigga was trying to hug me and everything. I was like
hey,
all right,
bro,
you know what I'm saying, just take the 30, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I gave him the 30, and I ain't take no picture or post that online. And it's like, you know, he could have went and bought drugs or a hooker or whatever the fuck he wanted to do. I felt compelled to give him the fucking $30, and it's just like people do things for praise.
Yeah, for the photo op.
Yeah, like people go and donate clothes. You know how many clothes I done donated? I just took Timberlands, Griffey's, big ass Sean John jeans, all this shit, and just gave it to the fucking Goodwill.
Right.
I'm not taking a picture. It's just I don't understand
the
that.
sincerest form of giving is anonymous. You know what I'm saying? The best givers are the people who fucking donate $7 million to some art fund or whatever, and then don't want their fucking name on a plaque, because it's not about that. Like, it's about what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And if you fishing for publicity for doing a good thing, you already, you know what I'm saying? It's a thin line between publicizing a good deed and trying to like finesse people into thinking like you a good person.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of finessing going on in Philadelphia
in
general. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers doing like image finessing.
Yeah.
Stealing clothes all day. Then it's like, yo, I just gave these clothes away. You stole them, motherfucker. Yeah. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but that video was strange. I didn't get that. And it's I don't understand how it keeps ending up in situations.
Unfortunately, you know, he's a very blessed, very talented brother, but he can't get out of his own way.
He posted another video the other day where I guess some bitches had asked him for an autograph.
Yo, that shit
and he said
had me in tears.
But then he posted a video like, look at these fat bitches. And they was, fuck you, me.
They rode off bumping back to back. I said, yo, why is this nigga life like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is his life so consistently, like, stressful? You know what I'm saying? Like, he was home, mind you. Like, he wasn't, like, in Canada somewhere.
Yeah,
he was home.
Didn't happen in Phoenix. That was like West Philly.
Yeah, it's like, I'm like, where are you at in this dirty ass parking lot? Like, why do you be in some of the places that you be at? Like, that be my thing. Like, why are you wherever these 4 fat bitches is at to get into it with these 4 fat bitches, bro? Why is your life set up like this? You know what I'm saying? Fuck you, Meek.
They have back-to-back playing out the Maxima.
Out the fucking 09 Maxima. You know what I'm saying? Now, usually, hear me out here, usually some good pussy in a 09 to 2013 Maxima.
Straight up and
usually,
down.
You know what I'm saying? Straight drop. Usually, you know what I'm saying? Because them Jones is usually like reserved for like nurses and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Philly Get Money Girl car. You know what I'm saying? She got the rollie on in the 2011 Maxima.
Yeah, I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah.
Maxima, yeah. But yeah, Meek is
his life is like
crazy. It's insane. It's like every 3 days, it's something else.
Like, you know, if you was in the studio, you wouldn't be going through this shit, right? You need to spend more fucking time in the studio.
Yeah, I seen that video. I was crying. I'm like, yo, this nigga gets.
Look at these 4 fat bitches.
This nigga gets into the weirdest situations. It's hilarious.
Did you see the video with him and O'Malley when he riding around in a Wraith with the ski mask on?
Yeah, I seen that. That's what John was talking about.
Talking about game. Yeah, we ain't gonna fight him. We gonna fuck his baby mom. One of his baby moms mad at him.
Yeah, and it's just like, yeah, this is where rap is at.
Game told that nigga, I'm gonna throw you over 6 cars when I see you. And then Game dropped a diss verse via Instagram caption yesterday. 24 bars via Instagram. I'm like, yo,
it's as wild as it is though. It's like Game kind of beat him in the battle.
He beat the shit out of him. Ain't no kinda
like smoked him.
Raid is like another underrated. Like, god damn.
Kinda like smoked him.
He fucked Meek up bad.
Yeah, gave Beans 2 shots in the stomach for no reason.
Beans called, like, this how you know you fucking a nigga up. Beans called, like, damn, that's where we at? You know what I'm saying? This what we doing?
Is we shooting each other?
or
is
is
this
it
just rap?
Because I feel like I need to kill you when I see you. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you called me a crackhead, and
Game did an interview. It was like, Beans is a legend. I can't even believe Meek would disrespect that city with the garbage he been doing. Does the diss track, completely disses Beans, and then comes back on the radio. Beans is my man. He's a legend. You know.
I said to myself, what would Beanie Siegel do? You know what I'm saying? And I know if Beanie Siegel say he's on a flight to L.A., then I know what that means. So I had to get him the fuck out of here too.
Crazy. Rap is just all over the place right now, man.
God
and
damn.
that's kind of where it's at. Like, hip hop isn't dead, but like, nah, maybe
like,
it is.
Can y'all relax? You know what I'm saying? It's like the Dolph and what's the name shit and Gotti shit illuminates that, like, Southern niggas learned nothing from Biggie and Tupac. Like,
you always say Southern niggas evolved from
apes. You know what I'm saying? Flat out. Yeah. Like, they can rap good. They got the swag. Straight motherfucking Kong is King descendants. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers, like, they all don't get it. Two icons are dead and gone because of a rap beef. Because of Hit 'Em Up, Who Shot Ya, Against All Odds, Vibe Interview, and all of the fucking propaganda that went into this shit.
That's always my thing when it comes to Biggie, and why it has nothing to do with lyrics. I don't think anyone can rap better than Biggie.
No, absolutely not.
But I don't give a fuck if someone does come along that can rap better than Biggie. I'm not putting them over Biggie, because that nigga really died for the culture. He died for this shit. Like, keep it a bean. It's a lot of motherfuckers in the music industry that fuck around and wouldn't be there if Biggie don't die.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, Big knew what it was. Big knew his life was in jeopardy going to L.A. That nigga was getting death threats.
Yeah, motherfuckers was calling him like, hey, I don't think you should be out there this flagrantly.
And Puff like, I'm trying to get a blue Bentley, so we gotta get out there, Biggie. You know what I'm saying? And Big, whoa, Cali? Like, we gotta get this paper. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, Big knew what it was. Big straight.
He went into enemy territory.
And it's like, a lot of shit that went on, like, do DMX become DMX? Do Jay-Z become Jay-Z? A lot of shit changed when Biggie died.
Yeah, because it puts everything in perspective. It's like, damn, lifestyle, now what?
Puff being like what he is. Granted, Puff was that dude, but Puff shit got catapulted with I'll Be Missing You, and then Mace, and Lil' Kim, a lot of shit.
Because once you lose an icon, everything goes under the microscope. So now everything that surrounds the orbit of this person that makes... He was the center of the universe. He made Puffy, Junior Mafia, Lil C's, Lance Rivera, all these different scenarios. He made the shit go. Biggie wrote motherfucking, what was the Lil' Kim joint we heard the reference track for? Front the fucking back. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga was an animal. Like, an impeccable talent. And he bust Jay-Z ass every song they ever did with
each other. You know what's
other.
crazy about Big and Jay-Z? Is that Big came off as his old head.
They were the same age.
No, Biggie's 5 years younger than him.
Oh, shit.
If Biggie was alive right now, he'd be 46, 47. Like, this is how crazy Big and Pac was. When Pac got killed, he was 25. When Biggie got killed, he was 24. They was children.
Kids.
They were boys.
Yeah.
And not in the technical sense of the word, but they was young men.
And all the shit that they said still applies now.
And you looked at Biggie like he was 45 years old. Yeah. Straight up and down. He if you want to be real, he was J.O. head.
Right.
He really bored us Jay-Z. And when you look back on it and you like, wait. Jay-Z was born in 68. Biggie always talk about his birthday in 72.
Right.
Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? It's like, like Big was a child when he got murdered.
Yeah, it was a prodigy.
You know, straight prodigy. You know what I'm saying? Pac too.
Yeah.
Just because they was real life. Like, think about your 24-year-old rapper right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them.
That's how it is.
All of them.
You know what I'm saying?
Something that was dope, when I was watching the Kid X interview on No Jumper, he said that he started out as a boom bap rapper. Like, like he started out as that. And he said something that made me respect him a lot. He said, I think all rappers need to learn how to rap in that manner before you fuck with the swaggy other shit. Because if shit change, you have nothing to fall back on if you don't learn how to rap in that manner.
Exactly.
And he freestyled like some of his old like boom bap shit. I'm like, damn, he gets it. And I can tell the same thing like with Uzi. I can tell that Uzi has the technicality of a rapper. Like he got that Philly nigga spitter shit in him. He's just choosing to do the other shit. I
actually started listening to Uzi, and it's like, I've heard Uzi.
He say little shit.
I've actually heard him rap a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, yeah, he can actually do this shit. But it's like rap has just changed so much that it's really not about your lyrical prowess anymore. It's about how good do you ride this beat. You know what I mean? And that's really where it is. But it's like, you know what made me really, really, when I was a young boy, like, yo, Biggie's something else. Because I was a Nas fan my whole life. What really made me like, damn, Big is just better than everybody, when I heard fucking Notorious Thugs. Because it was like, no, you didn't just out rap Crazy on the Bone Thug cadence.
Right.
That's impeccable shit.
Yeah.
Because Biggie was always like chastised, like, oh, he the slow rapper. He rapped too slow. You know what I'm saying? That was his one knock.
And then you take Long Kiss Goodnight, where he rapping the RZA production, and he's doing the dark shit better than anybody else. Yeah. But this is the same nigga that made More Money, More Problems and Hypnotizing Juicy.
Real shit.
What the fuck? Like, how?
When I heard Notorious Thugs, I was like, Jesus Christ, this nigga's something else.
Yeah, Notorious Thugs fucked my life up. Like, I no doubt played that song a million times.
Like, no, you didn't just rap the Bone Thugs cadence better than Bone Thugs. No, you didn't.
He made East Coast niggas Bone Thug fans on the low.
Real shit.
He made East Coast niggas respect Bone Thugs. They was selling zillions of records. Don't get it fucked up. I fucked with them because they came from Easy, and like I've said on this podcast, Easy is one of my pillars of hip hop as far as what made me fall in love with rap music. Easy E and Rakim were first, and then Biggie just took it over. You know what I'm saying? Biggie and Pac like took it over the top.
See, my shit was Biggie, Nas, and X. Those three figures was just like, it wasn't shit better. It wasn't like, if I want to get hype, I'm putting on X. If I want to really listen and think about some shit, I listen to Nas, and then I'm 300 pounds and black. I have to fuck with Biggie. Right. So it was like, Big was just that nigga. You know
Big was that nigga, man.
He was that nigga, period. No ifs, ands, or buts.
And something that I had a conversation with somebody the other day, and I was saying, at the rate, Tupac is the best song maker we've ever seen in rap music.
Easily.
Ever. And then it's probably like Drake or somebody like that. Be mad all y'all want. If at the rate that Tupac was churning out music and what everybody says about his recording process, think about how much better he would have been if he would have took a little more time. He got iconic smash hit records. Think about how much better he would have been if he would have took an extra 4 hours or whatever working on a record, as opposed to just churning and burning shit.
I'm being with you. What do you think is Pac's best album?
It's between he had a 3-album run.
I know what you always say, Machiavelli.
Yeah.
Now think about this. It's the 7-day theory.
Yeah.
He did it in a week.
That
nigga made Machiavelli in a week.
But then I was listening to All Eyes on Me recently, and the depth in the
I told you All Eyes on Me is his best album.
But when you listen, like, Machiavelli gets elevated to me because created, mixed, mastered, produced in 7 days. But the depth and like the I'm trying to think of the right word, like the sounds and the richness of the production and all that shit on All Eyes on Me is like you listening to a movie.
I mean, Dre was that good.
Right, and Daz.
Yeah, Daz was good.
Very, very. I'm saying, like, the first song on All Eyes on Me is My Ambitions as a Rider. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? His version of I Came to Bring the Pain. Like, all these, like, what the fuck am I listening to, like, type of records. Yeah. At one after the fucking other.
So All Eyes on Me is the shit. I'm just saying the fact that Machiavelli got made in a week. And that's what we talk about when you're talking about how Pac taking more time. It's like Pac literally, like DMX, he drops It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Jesus Christ, this is groundbreaking. When are you going to do the next album? It's to be done in 3 weeks.
Yeah, right.
Like, huh? And then you drop another album that sells 5 million records. It's like, that's the type. Jay-Z, like, motherfuckers, I think nowadays with where rap is, you kind of got to respect those guys, the Pacs, the Jay-Z's, the DMX's, a little bit more, where you watch the new rappers now, they take 2-3 years to put together mixtapes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just what it is. Jay-Z dropped a new album every fucking summer. Like, literally.
Jay-Z was at a point, he was dropping 2 albums a year on the low.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you go from time
he would
to
drop
time.
his album and then Streets is watching. Like, it was just.
And then his album, and then
Dynasty.
like his album, fucking Volume 3, December, Dynasty was like June, July.
Real shit. It's like he was doing that left and right. And then you look at now where it's no one dropping consistently every year other than Drake. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's what cracks me up when motherfuckers give Drake shit. It's like, if it wasn't for Drake, who's gonna save the year of hip hop? Look at hip hop. Right. Look at hip hop for the last 12 months. What dropped? Meek finally dropped 4.4.
Meek finally dropped.
I mean, DC 4. We still waiting on 4.5.
Migos. He put a record out today.
Who?
Meek.
I haven't heard it yet.
Called King. He put I was listening to it on the way over, but I was like distracted, so I can't even give it a rating. But people was like posting it and talking about it or whatever. But I'm a Philadelphian, so everybody, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers gonna talk about it one way or another. So that's not an indication of how good it is.
But it's like this year we had Migos, we had Drake, we had Big Sean. What else dropped this year? Future finally just dropped like two albums. I can't really think about.
Dolph put out 2 albums.
But like you look at back in the day, and shout out Ra, because I remember doing this shit with Ra. We used to go to Sounds of Upper Darby. We used to go to Armand's down on Chestnut Street. The Wall. I remember the
Tower Records in the gallery.
I remember because Tuesdays was when music dropped. Going into Sounds of Upper Darby and getting the new Nas, the new Method Man, the new LL, the new Fugees. I remember doing that shit.
I remember being 13.
Buying 4 records.
I remember
on one
being
day.
13 and only having $25 and got to pick between Mace album and the How High soundtrack or Reasonable Doubt in this soundtrack. And it's like, luckily I made the right choices. I bought Mace and I bought Reasonable Doubt. You know what I'm saying? But it's like those fucking moments, like, the youth will never have that experience again of having tangible music to where it meant something, where you had a fucking whole album booklet to read. Me and
Ra was talking about it the other day because, you know, Ra's like a DJ for years.
Yeah.
And back in the day, I used to DJ. And like no one knows about this, but
DJ Matthew K.
Because you know how like motherfuckers just do shit and they do it to be doing it because they homies is doing it.
Yeah.
And it's like I always love music and I always like being around it. So I'm a DJ, and we was doing mixtapes and little parties and all of that. But then I realized after like a year, this ain't my God-given talent. I'm just kind of here.
Right.
It happens a lot in rap in that arena because it's a lot of motherfuckers that shouldn't be rapping,
right, but
they rap because they man is a real good rapper. We've seen this with, I don't even got to go into the names. But I realized, I'm not a great DJ. So, and Rob was like, it's so many records that you bought that I have because I straight let him keep them. Just because, like, I remember buying Volume 1, the vinyl. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, that was what it was back in the day. You used to buy the CD and the vinyl.
Right.
So it's like, it's just music now.
$50 in the music.
We used to fuck up tons of money in us. Armand's and Sounds of Upper Darby. But it's like, it was so much music dropping consistently. It was written, came out on... It was the end of June, like the last week of June in 96. The next week, Reasonable Doubt dropped.
Right.
Like, how crazy is that? Like, this Tuesday, Nas is... And then next Tuesday, it's like, that's what it was.
There are no big dog records coming out.
No, hell no.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you got Drake, you got Future, and then everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Really kind of...
Kanye dropped this year. That was a good album.
Well, shit, that was a year ago at this point.
Yeah, true.
That was last February. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, what Kanye did that was dope and innovative and some Kanye shit is that, number one, he attached himself to Chance early.
Early in the game.
Super fucking smart. And Chance's DNA is all in that album. Number two, he made it a live, living piece of art where he keeps tweaking and updating the album and changing this song and replacing this version of the song and changing the track listing and shit like that, because music is subjective and it's always, you know what I'm saying, like up and down and changing.
I thought it was a real good album.
It was a very good album. I thought it was going to win Album of the Year.
I knew it wasn't going to win that.
I didn't think Chance was going to win.
Are you talking about rap album?
Yeah.
I thought Views was going to win just because of the numbers.
Because that's the history of the Grammys.
Yeah.
But once they bent the rules to let Chance in, I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? He's going to win something at least. You don't put a motherfucker on all these billboards, you know what I'm saying, and then don't let him win shit.
I was shocked at him winning Best New Artist, but looking back, I guess I wasn't that shocked. You know what I mean? So
because it's like, who was his competition?
Yeah, true.
And who made such a fucking impact? You had a #1 album on fucking iTunes and on Billboard. You didn't sell the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just available just to the fucking stream. And that's another thing.
They said he's turning down like mega deals.
Yeah, they said that they have since his Grammys, they have labels have doubled what they've been offering him.
I seen something said he was getting like $10 million offers and turning.
Personally, I suspect that he's somehow signed to Roc Nation in one capacity or another. Jay-Z and Beyonce have been early fans of his. Ja Rule has talked about going to shows in New York, like little small venue shit with his son or his daughter, and Jay-Z and Beyonce are there. Like, you know what I'm saying, like at District 5 and shit like that in New York, like 2,000 person venues, little grimy shit, like a TLA. Yeah. And Jay-Z and Beyonce are there, and Usher is there. You know what I'm saying, all these big people fucking there in these little small fucking hole in the wall venues to see Chance. So I suspect that he has some sort of either direct or indirect affiliation with Roc Nation, especially because his old partner Vic Mensa is outright signed to them.
Mm-hmm. Chance won 3 Grammys with a nudie in his ear. That's
and a bent up hat.
Yeah, bent up bad hat. You know what I'm saying?
Chance is the nigga, man. I'm saying whether he's signed or not, I don't give a fuck because he's breaking ground for artists. And somebody came to me the other day with a music project and was like, hey, we want you to potentially, market and this album and this artist rather help us break this artist. And I listened to the music and I had to give my man like an honest assessment. I said, I'm spoiled because Chance the Rapper and Drake exists. So I know that there's a world of rapping that exists outside of the shoot 'em up, bang bang trap shit. Like
outside of Chance, Drake, Future, like we just said, those
Migos.
You know who is been consistently holding down music, and I just came to the realization he just might flat out be Jesus, DJ Khaled.
Oh yeah,
the nigga Khaled. He's dropping a new project.
Yeah,
he's doing a project with Justin Bieber, Chance, Migos, and Lil Wayne. They was all photographed together the other day. It's like, Jesus, only Khaled could do
after a Jay-Z and Beyonce single.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and this goes back to what we were saying. I think it was last week we was talking about it, or maybe with Spank. Like, people like, oh, Khaled don't do nothing. Like Kira the other day was like,
I got a new
Chad and Matt like,
I got a new respect for Khaled.
Just like, yo,
Khaled is hip hop. Khaled's in the DNA of hip hop.
Now, hell yeah,
the nigga was a record carrier. He did pirate radio.
Real shit.
He did terrestrial radio. Yeah. He fucking ran around with Fat Joe. He produced records. He executive produced records. Like, he put big artists together.
Like, when you look back at like some of Khaled early work, and you like. Your first album, this nigga had Fat Joe, Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, Birdman, Pitbull, Trick Daddy, all on the same songs. Like, damn, like Khaled. Yeah. Then you look at the next album, you got Nicki Minaj, Jada, Busta Rhymes,
He had a Kanye single in like 08 or 09.
Exactly. You
the
know
Go Hard shit.
And you look now, this nigga's got Jay-Z and Future on the track, Drake on the track. And now you doing shit with Migos, Justin Bieber, Lil Wayne. It's just like, Jesus Christ.
People need never get it fucked up. All of these bomb smash records, these are Khaled's ideas, either in whole or half of his ideas. These records aren't just falling out the fucking sky and somebody's like, oh, let me give this record to DJ Khaled. Because no, he's coming up with the conceptual framework of these records. Oh, and do this verse here, and then I'm going to have this person do 4 bars and this person do 6, and then come back in, and then we going to cut this, and the levels need to be here, and...
When I heard I'm So Hood remix and he had Jeezy, Luda, Busta Rhymes, Big Boy, like no one has all these motherfuckers on a track. And this different, like that, like Busta Rhymes and whoever, Rick Ross, like figure they run around, they on a lot of same, but you don't ever see Big Boy from Outkast, Birdman, Fat Joe, Lil Wayne, like you don't ever see that. You know what I'm saying?
I have a theory. I think that the only 2 people that can save Wayne's career are Jay-Z or Khaled.
Jay-Z and Khaled, easily.
Those are the only 2 people that can save Wayne.
Drake has to be in there.
But Drake hasn't shown us on an executive level.
They had like one of the biggest tours in hip hop. Forever.
Drake just had the biggest tour.
No, but I'm talking about Drake versus Lil Wayne.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's like
shit.
top 3. Yeah. And then Drake just came back with the shit with Future, and that's the biggest grossing tour.
The BHWT joint, or the joint. Yeah, that's the joint on with Thug right now.
The one before that, the U.S. League of the
What
tour.
the hell does BHWT stand for?
Boy Meets World.
BMWT, yeah, Boy Meets World. So it's like, Drake just consistently does big tours. It's
Yeah,
just what it
but I
is.
don't know if the Drake aesthetic is hip hop enough to give Wayne what he need to give him that spark to jump back up. Because Wayne is a rap juggernaut.
He's a rap god.
He's a god. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he need to be on some rap shit in order to people to be like, damn, Wayne's still that nigga. He's only 34 years old.
Yeah. But it's like playing professionally for that long, man. It's like when you're around for different generations, like different eras. Like LeBron, like people get it fucked up. Like this LeBron 14th year. So it's like, you know, and granted the game has changed in everything. Because you look at sports in the 70s, 80s, you played 10 years and it was over. Magic came in 80, he was done in 91, 92. I mean, he came back and played with fucking Eddie Jones.
He didn't play at a high level.
Those were the asshole Lakers. But it's like Jordan, drafted in 84, he retired in 93. It's just what it was. Yeah. It's like you didn't ball out for 20 years like Kobe and Garnett and Dirk and all these motherfuckers now, Tim Duncan, because it just wasn't what it was. And you look at rap changed every 5 years. So it's like you looked in 85, who was the man? Rakim, Slick Rick, KRS-One, Kane. You looked up in 90, that shit was easy in all of them. Like West Coast. Then you looked up in 95, it was big in them. You know what I'm saying? You looked up in 2000, it was Hove in them. It's just like it changes every 5 years.
05, it was Wayne.
And mind you, under all of this shit, the South was steady bubbling, so you had No Limit, Cash Money, all of these motherfuckers.
Organized
noise just coming. And then once Miami and Houston got it, it was over there. So it's like it changes so quick and so fast that when you look up and you see a motherfucker that consistently stay at a high level for years, when you start talking about decades, like Wayne started rapping when I was in middle school.
Right.
I'm 30. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's incredible. And the nigga sold in all of them eras.
Yeah.
Wayne went platinum in the 90s.
From the drive.
That nigga was platinum in the 90s. You know what I'm saying?
Wayne was on one of the biggest records of the decade in the 90s. Back to that son.
He made Webster's. Like, Wayne straight got into a dictionary.
Two of the biggest records of the decade in the 90s. Bling Bling and Back to that
Wayne
son.
straight got into a dictionary. Like, that's his word now. You know what I'm saying? He's created bling. Like, fuck more you gotta say.
Fucking icon, man.
Straight up.
I think Khaled, Jay-Z, because of Jay-Z's stature and his infrastructure, and nobody, once he stand next to Jay-Z fully, nobody's going to question it. Everybody's going to love Wayne again. But Khaled going to put the work in.
I used to always say, when you listen to Wayne's mixtapes, and I was a Wayne mixtape dude, and I'm not talking about the big ones that made it to the surface, like No Ceilings and Sorry for the Wait.
Like the suffix.
I'm talking about like the suffix and the prefix and all of that shit. Like, shout out Jules. Jules and Gary was putting me on to that shit back in the day. Like, Wayne rapping over the Jay-Z and Maya joint. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all them squad mixtapes.
Squad Up and all that shit. Like, Wayne used to rap. When it's like, he'd get a beat, he'd kill it. He get a Mike Jones beat, he get a fucking Fat Joe beat, he get a Ja Rule beat, he get a 50 beat, he'd kill it. But it was something about when Wayne would get a Hove beat, he would go the fuck off. And it was just like,
Wayne was rapping so much at one point, he was fucking remixing shit that he was already on and going back and putting two fresh verses on the shit.
He got a freestyle that was crazy over It's Me, Bitches. Yeah. Then he's on the remix spitting another verse.
He did the fucking Trina record, the Don't Trip record, and then came back and remixed it by himself with all fresh verses on it.
How crazy was it that Jay-Z, when he went over Jay-Z, Show Me What You Got, that became a song.
Yeah.
The I'm What's Up, like Martin John, that shit became like its own single.
Yeah.
Like, that shit is crazy. Wayne was something else. He straight dropped the remix to Gucci John, and the label was like, yo, that's the remix.
We're going to trim a couple bars off of this and make it the remix.
That's the remix. Like, real shit.
How much Wayne want for a verse right now? Pay him. Pay the man.
So it's like, I definitely like to see Wayne get back. But where we want to go with this, man? It was so much. I'm looking at this shit. It was so much shit that happened this week.
Before we get into the main super shit of the journal, and more rap beef news, Jim Jones and True Life finally squashed their beef.
Yes.
For those of you who don't know, True Life was signed to Roc La Familia, Rockefeller, in that weird Rockefeller transitional period.
They picked up MOP and...
It was after that. MOP was already on G-Unit at this time.
Damn, how about it?
Yeah, this is when Dame Dash Music Group was a thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? When they split or whatever, OG Juan Jay's business partner, brought True Life to the table, and he was basically like a Puerto Rican goon, and he was just running around terrorizing niggas like with all these Latin King and Nieta niggas and shit like that. They had an infamous situation where they tied up niggas from Mobb Deep in the studio, beat him, pistol whipped him, shit like that, beat up Jim Jones, took a chain from him, beat Cameron up. They were just basically wilding. Yeah. And shortly thereafter,
GS9 before GS9.
Yeah, shortly after his reign of terror, probably about 12, 14 months or some shit into the shit, he was about to, he was on
it was like 09, 08, 09, I want to say.
It's like 07, 08 probably.
07, 08, yeah.
He was about to re-signed to Rockefeller/CTE, which is Jeezy's label, and the nigga got picked up for fucking a stabbing, wild melee shit. One of his homies stabbed his kid to death. Like, kid was like 17, 18. He stabbed him to death and shit. They gave his man life. They gave him 9 years. So he's been gone this whole time. But one of his claim to fame was beefing with Dipset. He was like, he took on Jay-Z's beef with fucking Dipset, and then he just got out of jail like a year ago or whatever. And he got a record with Rick Ross.
It was dope to see him in a pic with Jim Jones.
Yeah, because it's like shit really transpired between them.
It's like, I think everyone has learned, and again, this is another joint you got to give points to Jay-Z and Nas, because it seemed like that battle. Well, I ain't even gonna say Jay-Z and Nas. First, I'm gonna say the Locks and Rockefeller,
right?
Like the Locks and State Property, because that shit seemed like it was gonna end in somebody dying. Because the shit that was getting said, the shit that it just seemed like it was.
And it was too close.
It was just when Jada got on stage here, it was like, all right, yeah, this is like. You ever see Jada when he gave his like whole recap of that?
He said they threw everything that wasn't nailed
I had
down
on the true blue Jordans. I was killing it. He's like, and Styles told me don't do it. I started going into the disc. They threw everything, hot dogs, popcorn. He said I got off the stage and Styles just looked at me, and I'm like, what an asshole. But they just seemed like it was going to go somewhere else. And then you watch them become cool to where Jada and Beans done did songs together.
Yeah.
And then you watch the I Declare War shit with Nas and Ho come out on stage. Then they doing music together. Then they on the same label. And they straight up friends. And it's just like, that's dope. So it's like, it show you, minus Biggie and Pac, because that went somewhere it really didn't have to fucking go.
Without a doubt.
Pretty much every beef in hip hop has come full circle to where they not only like squash it, but they become like cool again. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I guess we want that with Cam and Jim Jones. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck don't want to see a Dipset, just fucking with each other? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's dope to see Jim, True Life, Jim on Rockefeller. I mean, on Rock Nation, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's just dope to see all of that shit all the way around. Like, so it was kind of fly to see him in a picture together. What are you looking at?
People text somebody speaking my language. You got Cash App? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers start asking me, you got Cash App and PayPal and shit like that. I assume that you want to send me money. So yes, I do have that. Thank you.
So you want to get into the major topic?
Well, we got two major topics.
What's on you?
You got the Swiss Beats and Swiss Beats and Just Blaze. Number one, before we get into this and all the dissection and all that, thank you. Y'all did some dope ass shit
it was
for
fun.
The culture and reminded motherfuckers why they fell in love with hip hop. And y'all are both mega rich. Just Blaze got all type of Eminem and Jay-Z plaques and Kanye West plaques and shit like that, and T.I. plaques, and Swiss Beats is designing cars for Aston Martin and shit like that. Y'all don't have to fucking come to Sony Studios on a Friday night and fucking do a 2.5 hour beat battle. So thank y'all.
Can I give my recap of the battle? I'm gonna start off with saying this. I had forgot that the battle was happening. I saw them talking about it the day before, and I guess I got off work. It just slipped my mind that it was happening. Chad, I'm gonna shout out you because Chad texted us in the group chat like, "Yo, Swiss vs. Just is on."
I was so deep into this shit, right? I texted them from my bat phone,
Nigga
like,
yo, us from a payphone,
like, yo, I'm watching the battle on my other phone. I'm not taking no calls, but this is what's going on. Check the shit out.
And we all had forgot about the shit. So when I cut it on, it was, I'm gonna say the battle lasted for about 2 hours. I cut it on about 1 hour and 10 minutes into it, and it was fly as shit. It was dope watching it. And from where I cut it on at, Swiss was winning. Swiss was winning hands down. And then in the last half hour, it just got dark for Just. Like, the blinds shut. Like, it just got dark. And Swiss smoked him.
Yeah.
But it was fly seeing him because I'm watching it and Just was playing beats that I was just like, nah, these ain't it. Like, what? Like, where's the hits? Where's the shit that I know?
He didn't even go into none of his Eminem bag, like the Recovery album and all that
where
shit.
I'm at. So I'm seeing this shit, and I like when he finally did drop. I really mean it, and he dropped PSA, and it was like, all right, he was going so crazy on the beat machine, and I kind of really didn't enjoy the beat. Yeah, but then I went on the internet and I saw motherfuckers like Just Blaze just taught Swiss a thing or two about production, and it was motherfuckers like Just One. So I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
Y'all ears broke?
So Ra was like, well, did you watch it from the beginning? And I'm like, no, I cut it on. Like when we cut on, Ra was like, yeah, you kind of got to watch it from the beginning. So the next day I went back and I watched it from the very beginning where they're not even battling yet. Swiss is playing on the Rough Rider anthem is playing on Just's machine, and Just was chopping up the Rough Rider anthem. Then they start to battle. When you watch it from beginning, Just won the first half hour.
Okay.
The way Just, did you watch it from the beginning?
No, I've probably seen it from
the way Just.
I missed the first half hour.
I'm gonna tell you the way it was going. Swiss was basically playing his hits. Like he played "Fuck You." He played "Banned from TV." That was what was fly about it. It was like they were playing beats that I had forgot that they did. You know what I'm saying? He was playing his hits, but when Just would play his songs, he would play the original song, and he would build the beat, and he did it with even though everything what we do is wrong. He did it with Breathe. He did it with Pump It Up. Yeah. It was amazing.
Yeah,
watching
no,
him
I
do
seen
this
it.
shit.
I seen it from there.
And what I think honestly happened was I don't think Just thought they were going that long or something, because it was like after that first hour, it's like he ran out of records or something. You know what I'm saying?
And he was just timing wise, he was picking the wrong records to where even Swiss was like, God damn, I was waiting on you to drop the bomb on me. Like, what the fuck was you waiting on?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? It was like Swiss, and this is Swiss. I always say he's the perfect anthem maker in hip hop. Just from where you watch Just Blaze played the joint with T.I.
Live Your Life?
Was it Live Your Life? Yeah. And then Swiss was like, you make songs with T.I., but I make different songs with T.I. And he cut Swing Your Rag on. It's just like, it's like, Jesus Christ.
He just gave you the stank face, like, you know what I'm saying? God, like,
and
he's killing this nigga.
You watch Just play PSA and go crazy on that beat machine, and he get done, and Swiss like, I'm trying to figure out why he made all that noise on that good-ass beat. Like, it was crazy. But no, from the first hour, I think they were neck and neck, and Just was probably ahead. And then after that first hour, it just went somewhere else. The flyest part of the battle for me was seeing celebrities and rap niggas become fans. Yeah. Because when I talk to older people, my uncles, older folk, when they talk about rap back in the day, the DJ was the man. Yeah. And the DJ got it going. And they used to have those battles. You talk about Grandmaster Flash and Melly Mel, all them motherfuckers back in the day. The DJ was it. And the rapper motherfuckers sort of was just like, they was basically became fans of them niggas doing that. So you look up and you see Busta Rhymes, Cassidy, Alicia Keys, all these motherfuckers, Ebro in the room. And then I didn't go on Just's live, but I was on Swiss live because it was a couple different live feeds that motherfuckers was on. But I'm on Swiss John, and it's like you see Puff, you see Meek, you see Angie Martinez, you see DJ Clark Kent, you see Khaled, you see Khaled's son, which Khaled's son is what, 2 months old?
Yeah, aside Khaled.
Swiss cut on Touch It and New York shit. This motherfucker text New York stand up. Like, what the fuck?
You can't stand up.
Yo. And when Just cut on Flipside, Khaled's son said classic shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is Khaled doing? Like, but it was dope seeing like them making big name motherfuckers become fans.
I literally sat and like wrote down I'm saying motherfuckers just kept popping in and out of the joint.
T.I. was in there, like it was crazy.
Puffy, fucking Angie Martinez, Darren Dean from Rough Riders, Snoop Dogg. Snoop was talking that shit.
Was in,
Snoop was like, Who they talking about? We Murder Mook and Meek talking about we need to set this up with rappers. Snoop said, "I'll bust any one of y'all ass who want to smoke." Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like Snoop, a mega legend, household name, Pepsi commercials, TV cooking show with Martha Stewart, still looking for rap smoke. You know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy.
Snoop's one of my favorite people. Snoop transformed his whole career.
Snoop, listen, I just said this the other night. Watching Snoop show, I said, yo, Snoop is the American dream. Not long ago, 20-some-odd years ago, Snoop was on trial for murder.
He beat a body.
Like
Snoop was one of the scariest individuals on the planet.
Cold-blooded murder.
Like remember they was steamrolling his albums and all that shit. And
see Dolores Tucker and all that.
Yeah, and you look up Dan Quayle, all them motherfuckers, and you look up and Snoop done had reality shows, cooking shows, Doggy Fizzle television.
Shit about him being a football coach.
Real shit. Like
coach show about his son.
Transformed his whole shit around. But the battle was amazing. That shit was dope. It was the dopest shit that I've seen out of hip hop in. Man, we might have to go back a couple years. Honestly,
my biggest thing, my main takeaways. Alicia Keys and Y Dean, the CEO of Rough Riders, was there.
That's the one that had on the hockey jersey.
Yeah. That's Swiss's uncle. Ebro was there running Swiss's live.
Ebro is in shape like shit. He held that phone
2.5 hours.
Yeah, like
fucking strong ass arms. Cassidy was there. Busta Rhymes showed up. Yeah. That's really when shit start going left. When Busta showed up, Swiss was like, "Oh, okay, watch this."
I
nigga.
Said on Twitter, I had a bunch of retweets. I'm like, I know Bus is pissed. He can't wear no ugly coat because remember it was kind of nice.
It was warm that day.
Yeah, I'm like, I know Bus pissed because he break out an ugly jacket.
I know fucking Busta Rhymes watches all Funk Flex interviews and be like, "Nice coat, nigga." Yeah. It's a nice ass coat you got there, man.
But it looked like almost like Just Blaze didn't have anybody on his side. Like when you went when the phone,
you pan the camera,
when the phone cut the Swiss side, everybody was jumping around, rappers and shit.
It was just his accountant over there. Yeah, that was it.
Straight up.
It was saying my main takeaways. Kiss is a legend. Jada Kiss was on so many of them fucking records.
Crazy.
Jay-Z is the GOAT. The biggest reaction of the records came from them Jay-Z records.
Yeah, not the biggest reaction, like the single biggest reaction, but overall
consistent reaction, the Jay-Z records. And finally, I need a Rough Riders hat. If somebody can point me in a direction of where to get a Rough Riders hat from, I need that shit. Swiss was killing that.
That Rough Riders hat was
dope.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
shit. But it was just live to see it. Like everybody there, no bullshit, no hating, no silly shit. It didn't seem like nobody was going to die at the end of the shit, and it was like. That's dope. If we could do that like every week, that'd be fly as shit. And then right after the battle, motherfuckers started, we try and get Pharrell and Timberland to do this shit. And I'm like, that would be nasty.
That'd be nasty because Timberland is a showman.
Timberland's gonna win. That's my take.
My thing is this. Timberland has that beat, you know what I'm saying, that bass and that
bass is crazy.
That shit that hits you in a fucking beat battle.
He's built for that.
He's built for that shit.
Like Swiss is built
and he gonna talk that shit. Oh, you ain't know I was going in a such and such and such and such, and then hitting buttons and shit, and then shit start playing, and you like, what the fuck is going on here?
Bring Missy out, let her run around the room a little bit, like
But Pharrell got 75 hits in every bag.
I agree. So Pharrell,
well, however you want to do
Pharrell got hits. I'm not arguing that. I think Pharrell got like a producer of the decade award. If I'm not mistaken.
Billboard for the 2000s.
Yeah, it's like I'm not going to argue.
And then
that.
You know what he did after that? Happy and fucking Blurred Lines.
He won producer of the year for that shit.
15 million each.
Well, he had to pay $10 million.
No, I'm talking about sales.
Oh no, I'm just talking about how they had. You know, they got sued over the.
Yeah, they got sued over the Blurred Line shit, which is bullshit.
Yeah, but Pharrell has hits. He has endless hits. I ain't gonna hold you. I told Roddy the other day, I'm like, what's gonna be crazy is when they get into the battle and Pharrell cut on "Cot Damn," cause that was my shit.
And grinding.
Grinding beat it just became so overused almost that it was like it's still
grinding beat was the watch for the hook beat of its era.
I agree.
Every MC rapped to grinding.
"Cot Damn" was my favorite song.
"Cot Damn" is just like a heart attack.
I love that fucking song. But it's like I told Ra, in the same breath that you say that, Timberland could come out there and just do all Missy, like his artists, Missy, Aaliyah, him and Magoo, Genuine, shit like that. But it's like Tim could start doing Justin Timberlake records, Nelly Furtado records.
But so can Pharrell.
I agree.
Pharrell can pull out hella good from fucking No Doubt
I agree.
and Holla Back Girl. Pharrell fucking wrote Holla Back Girl and produced the shit.
Timberland could
Britney Spears records.
Timberland could do Dirt Off Your Shoulder with Jay.
Absolutely.
Like, Timberland has so many joints.
You know what Pharrell got? Allure.
He does have a lure. He does have a lure.
Like Pharrell, I've had a tweet and I said Pharrell produced Super Thug, Southern Hospitality, Allure, and all that Britney Spears shit. Whatever bag you want to go into,
it would be a crazy.
It would be a crazy.
It would be
but you know what he
insane.
doesn't have is the temperament, like the brash, like in your face shit that it takes to win a beat battle.
It'd be literally the same shit.
Yeah,
and it's like that's why I think I take Timberland, because it's like Timberland's such a, like you said, a showman. Timberland start hitting them buttons live and dancing around,
and eating bananas and shit.
Perfect example. If anyone's ever seen it, you ever watch Fade to Black?
Hell yeah.
Remember when he was? This is the crazy part. He was trying to sell Jay-Z on the Potion beat, which wound up being Ludacris beat. Right. Remember he cut that on. I remember watching. I'm like, and I was like, who the fuck sounds like? Oh, that's Ludacris shit. And then when he cut on that dirt off his shit, and Jay was like, ooh, what's this? And Tim playing it, and like he make you feel that shit more than you already do feel it. So I feel like that battle, it's crazy. I saw like young niggas like, yo, I want to see Mike Will Made It versus Metro Boomin. And I'm like, here's my knock with that. I think those are two good ass producers. And recently, there ain't too much shit you don't hear that don't got, if Young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you on the beginning of it. They don't have the time in for the nostalgic feeling. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's all 2013 forward.
You know what made this battle so dope with Swiss and Just is that when Swiss hit one of them buttons and cut on a track, it wasn't no shit you've heard recently. It was Fuck You off the We Are the Streets album. Like, damn, I forgot he did that.
The album got me through high school.
Got me through 9th and 10th grade. That shit was all that. Like, when Just cut on a beat, it wasn't no new. When Just, go back and watch it. When Just blended in Breathe, and you know I hate Fab. When he blended in Breathe, that song, shit was amazing.
That song is an enigma to me because, one, is Fab's magnum opus. It's the best song he's ever made in his whole entire career. Two, he refuses to do that style of rap. Mm-hmm. And he's such a talented writer, and he just continually goes for the low-hanging fruit in the social media bars and the dumbass fucking television show jerseys and shit like that. Yeah. And it's like, my nigga, you're 40. Act age appropriate. Like, give us something of substance. Like, my issue with him is the same issue I had with Jadakiss. You haven't given us none of your whole career. I don't have that
same issue with Jada, though. Fab, I like both of them.
It's more of an issue.
I like
with
both of them
Fab
dudes because their 16s are right in your face. Like, it's nothing complex, nothing you like. Nas, when you listen to Nas, when you hear a new Nas verse, you got to play it 9 times before you catch everything, and then you still miss something that your man's gonna point out.
Right.
Jada, you want to know why I invest in the haze and in the dope? Right now, I'm currently a slave for Interscope. It's right there. It's nothing you got to break down. But it's like, Jada got his bars are way better than Fab's. And it's like them doing the project. They got the Freddie versus Jason shit about to pop off. It's like Fab is either gonna have to really rap or just get smoked.
He gonna sink or swim.
Sink
because
or swim.
The shit you just did with Trey Songz on TRPE New Year ain't gonna get it done with Jadakiss for 6 or 8 records.
No.
And if you fuck around, you gonna end up like Jewels on I Can't Feel My Face.
That's a very good comparison.
You're gonna be fucked around.
Although I like Jewels on...
He was saying
when they did the Black Republican, I like Jewels. Wayne, of course, smoked him. But I like Jewels on Black Republican.
Because it's like when you go back and you listen to the records and the official album never came out. Yeah. But I would imagine it was the same as the fucking... the what's the boy from Cleveland, the Mick Boogie mixtape that came. I would imagine it's a lot of the same shit where Joel say some cool whatever, some step and repeat shit, and then Wayne just come out here and just bludgeon this nigga, and then you're like, well, goddamn, is this what I got to listen to for 13 more songs?
When you hear the remix to Chic John, Kiss and Fab was on that, and Fab had the second verse because he rapped before Styles, and it was like, Fab, they say hate spread faster than love.
Yeah.
That's why the Bentley is black. Same color
as the mask and the gloves.
Fab killed it. But then when Kiss came on, and a lot of niggas supposed to be down, but mostly be clowns. They think I'm trying to sign with Hove to get close to the crown. I'll take a couple oohs and nahs, jewels and calls, screw some broads, and I'm still cool with Nas. It was like, all right, well,
there goes that.
There goes that. And that's what's going to happen on this Freddie versus Jason shit. Fab going to really have to rap. Like, he really going to have to cook. Because you're hanging with lyrical greatness in Jada. That ain't no regular. That's not fucking.
You rapping with a nigga that arguably never had a corny verse. That's not the issue we have with Jadakiss.
You and Ra were like anti the Lox album movement because it didn't grow or change.
Yeah,
I get that. Them niggas is the best rappers ever to me as far as a group. Just because
them in the clips.
Yeah, I put the clips up there, not on their level, but right there. I used to say all the time, Malice was the shit. Malice was better than Pusha.
Malice verse.
This is what it was.
On I'm Not You.
I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about back then.
Malice verse was better on I'm Not You is the best rapping I have ever heard in my life.
I'm trying to think how Malice started his verse. I can't remember it.
I can't play any copyrighted material on here, but go and listen YouTube.
If I hear it, I know
I'm Not You.
I know all of this shit. I can't remember how it started. But yeah,
ridiculous amount of lyrical content, like layers on layers on layers of fucking lyrics.
But when it comes down to like Kiss and Styles, they were just that good at rapping. I was the other day I was listening to some of their old shit. Like when they flipped Somebody's Girl Is at This Party and somebody's getting robbed. And remember when they used to do back and forth, like they did it over Keeping It Gangsta and they did it over Fiesta. Like the shit was just nuts. Yeah. And it's like for Fab doing his album,
banned from TV.
Shit, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like for them to do that for an album like Kiss and Fab is really gonna show Fab's gonna have to really, really like just come with it. Like it can't be no silly shit. I don't want to hear you say her feet are killing her. I call it suicide. You know what I'm saying? Like none of that silly shit, because that shit ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? You're right. Rappers is talking to me as if we in the same boat. I tell them quick, no, I move coke. That was definitely was a crazy.
I remember hearing that shit on like a DJ Envy or a K-Slate mixtape and like holding my chest like, what the fuck am I listening to?
Roscoe P has some shit to say on there too.
Roscoe P has some shit. Free Roscoe P. He's very locked up. He's very locked up. Roscoe stay cased up like Kodak Black. Like he's like the original. I can vaguely
remember my man telling me he was like with him. He was like, yo, this nigga was chewing like ecstasies like they was fucking M&M peanuts. It's like, yo, this thing was just down.
Roscoe was a different animal because Roscoe was a dope rapper and he would shoot you. You know what I'm saying? Like, Roscoe would shoot you in broad daylight in front of the fucking Poppy store. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He had no problem with going back to jail.
He said, I chill in the studio with Pharrell and Jay-Z like it's all good. Come back to the hood and rock a nigga on 53rd and Elmwood. I said, Roscoe fucking P. Like, yo, that was my man. I love the whole little Clips movement. Ab Lava, Sandman. Remember the re-up, all that shit? We're getting into a lot of hip hop shit today.
We want some rap shit.
I fucking love rap, man. Like it's one of the coolest fucking things ever. It's just so sad that you see so much shit now where motherfuckers just don't rap. What was the flyest part about the Just and Swish shit is like you said, both of these niggas is uber rich. You know why shit like that don't happen nowadays? Is because social media. So much shit on the forefront that motherfuckers is afraid to take a L. Motherfuckers is just petrified to do it. When they take a L, they don't look at Meek realistically when that back-to-back shit had to change up the whole way he moved as far as social media and all of that shit.
Nigga said, I don't gotta respond. I'm on tour right now with my girl. I'm getting right every night. Yeah, what's up with these bars?
You know what I'm saying?
Like, that's cool and all. You dissed a nigga about not rapping or not writing his raps, and then he rapped and you didn't.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up forever, my nigga. Go in the fucking house or in your Wraith or wherever the fuck you need to. But stop telling us about how bad your bitch is. Because then a year and a half later when you lose your bitch, now all your defenses was pointless.
Philly really don't like that girl, man. They don't like
Yo,
Nicki.
they are grinding her
They
to
hate
bits
Nicki.
right now.
That motherfuckers, she's doing a video with Future. The same way she did a video with Nas, did a video with Gucci, did a video with fucking Game. She's doing a video with Future. They posted a picture.
You hoe ass bitch.
She with Future now. This bitch a whore. Like, what's wrong with y'all?
Artists are not allowed to collaborate right now.
The nigga yesterday was like, "Oh, see, Meek got her tripping off on them perks, so now she gotta fuck with a nigga like Future. This bitch a whore. This any kind of." It's like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
I've definitely heard she has a bad perk problem. I've heard that from.
I mean,
people.
I could believe it.
I've heard that from music industry people. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? She, typical North Philly bitch.
like people got it fucked up. Like Nicki ain't like a regular little bitch. Like,
Right.
She just
Regular
wound up
bitch
getting
from Queens.
75 mil. Like
Yeah.
if you take your average little bitch and give her 75 mil, it's gonna be perks and
Yeah, Philly people have a vendetta against this woman.
Yeah,
right, right. Like they photoshopping her ass. Like
yeah, crazy shit. It's like, yo, I just saw her ass yesterday.
I was just on her IG page looking at her ass. That joint looks amazing.
Yeah, real shit.
I'm like, how do we go from this to this shit? Like, this is
that's
obviously
crazy.
fake. But like Charlamagne says all the time, nobody cares about a truth when a lie is more entertaining.
Exactly.
So people just running with the bullshit and keep reposting it. But to me, it's kind of annoying. Like, let's deal with the facts of the situation or whatever.
And of course, we had the diss track. That was
She got fucking bodied.
yeah.
My issue with the diss track is
I have a few issues. With
Remy
the diss
Ma
track.
sounds like it's 1987.
I was gonna say like motherfuckers got mad at me because I started.
She's
saying,
rapping like it's
I'm like,
1987.
Remy, the bars. At least I don't.
It
listen to Remy.
sounds like she's reading a text message
I don't
out of her
listen
phone.
to Remy, so I can't really break down a Remy verse or the way I could some of these other people. But when I listen to the diss track, it's like, you know, have you ever went over your friend's house to eat and the food just ain't no good? That's how the shit comes off. It's like
Like who wrote this? Grandmaster Cass? What the fuck?
Like there's no lyrical exercising going on in
no
this.
nothing.
It's just a bunch of shit about Nicki. And
Remy has two speeds. You know what the two speeds are? Curtis Blow and did in the middle a little. That's the only. It's no in between. Like that's the only two. It's like yo, Twins was 1990. That was Twins was 20 years ago.
Here's
we
my
get
thing.
it.
I didn't. Her and Fat Joseph have the fucking song
Fat Joseph.
that sold 1 million fucking records. That
With Jay-Z on the remix.
What's
All the Way Up.
All the way up. How the fuck did they album only sell 11,000 copies?
Because nobody cares. That's why. Because it's not about them. It's about the record, and it's always been like that their whole careers.
I don't really listen to Fat Joseph music. I like Fat Joseph, but just the like.
Fat Joseph is hilarious.
I'm cool on him. Yeah, like after he said, you know, I'm killing them. They think I found Pun Rhyme book. It's like, no, we don't. We don't think that.
We don't think that.
We don't think that.
Nobody
at all.
thinks that.
You know what
we
I'm
just
saying?
think you're 14% better than you've been.
And it was like, yeah, I think I'm good on Joseph. And then I hear the song, the beat's phenomenal. The hook, French, the hook. I like French, so the hook's crazy.
French is my favorite corny rapper.
My favorite lame rapper of all time, maybe.
Like,
you know?
French
it's him and 2 Chainz.
French is milking his 15 minutes, my nigga.
What's the Fab song? Whoa.
Ball drop.
That's my French.
French is the nigga, yo.
But it's like you look at Fat Joe and Remy. I really don't like they verses on
like
the
you
song.
gotta look at it like this.
I only listen to the remix and I listen to J part and then cut it off.
Lean Back is the biggest song of the decade, and that Terror Squad album sold like 31,000 copies.
Really?
The first week in an era where albums sold, everybody was selling records. Ja Rule was going 4 times platinum like it wasn't shit until 50 put boot the ass to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, in a juiced ball era, y'all didn't sell no records. Now in a dead ball era, you sell 11,000. Like,
yeah, with the biggest hit
with the
of like
biggest-
maybe ever.
biggest
All the
hits.
way up might be up there with Lean Back.
It's up there.
Real shit.
You got Jay on the like. Think about it like this:
It played everywhere. And
Mace
all the
and
time.
Eminem were on the fucking Lean Back remix. Jay-Z
Is on the.
is on the. You know what I'm saying? It's the same level of shit. You know what I'm
real
saying?
shit. I didn't realize it sold that little bit amount of copies.
31,000 that Terror Squad.
But it's
album.
like the Sheether shit came out, and this again goes to me saying Ether's the best diss track ever. We had an argument.
I agree. Let's not. It's two separate issues. I agree. It is because your argument was compelling last week.
Follow Chad on Twitter _C Diddy. Follow me. Matt Makes Me Sick. Right. If you go back, you can probably find all of them.
It ain't that far back.
Yeah, it was about a day ago.
So the thing
we got the whole goddamn Twitter in an uproar arguing over diss tracks
and chick sub dissing us like y'all old ass niggas on here talking about these rap beefs. So
and then you add her like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
You ain't that far behind, Shar. Shut the fuck up. So it's two separate issues. One, the best diss record compiles all the factors of impact, what he said, what happened to the opponent, all of that shit. I gave the crown to Ether on this show, and I stand by that. But as far as the most impactful diss record, as far as the chain of events that it set off, I give it to Hit 'Em Up. Yeah. Niggas died off of that record.
But I think niggas died from the East Coast, West Coast. Like, you got to understand, Pac got shot 5 times and think Biggie set him up. So it's like,
but I don't believe that to be true. I just think that Tupac, you can't diss street niggas and sell records.
I agree.
Because when he saw him and Nas at the MTV Awards, man, it ain't no problem. I'm just trying to feed my family.
I heard that.
So because of that and multiple people stating that story, I think that he chose a rappers plural as opponents because dissing Jimmy Henchman and Tut from Brooklyn doesn't sell records. Dissing Biggie and Nas and Jay-Z and Mobb Deep and Chino XL sells records.
I agree. But it's like when we was talking about, when you were saying, that affected them, I don't think so. Like Hit 'Em Up dropped, Biggie never officially responded, and he went diamond. Puff and Mace then, Puff sold 7 mil.
But that was
Mace,
after he died, though.
Who?
Biggie.
I know. I'm just saying. Big went diamond. Puff sold 7 mil.
Yeah.
Mace sold 6 mil. Kim sold 4 mil. And they went on the Bad Boy Tour, which was the biggest fucking tour in music.
Right, but all of that affected them. But it was a precipice of Big dying that catapulted all of that shit.
I agree. I told you, Big died on some hip-hop shit.
Yeah.
It's no way around it. He died in L.A. on some shit because of that.
Yeah.
I get it.
He was flagrant in the wrong hood.
I get it.
Niggas put his lights out.
All the way live with it. It's just, I never really attached Hit 'Em Up to Biggie dying because I think Biggie dying was bigger than just that song.
I just think
that's more so what I was saying.
Well, it invoked
it
invoked the coastal war.
It was the whole goddamn dog. You had motherfuckers in France talking about West Side.
Yeah,
that shit was like, nigga, you're not even here. Like, that shit was real. So it's like, I think that their beef became bigger. It became bigger than Who Shot You and Hit 'Em Up. That's
absolutely,
more so what I was saying.
But to me, Hit 'Em Up is the stem, is the lighter that lights the dynamite.
I can give you that.
It's the domino that starts the fucking chain of events because it was so flagrant. You knew who he was talking about. The imagery in the video. Nobody shot videos for diss records before.
Well, yeah, they did. Dre and we just said that. Dre and Easy enough.
They were the only. But that was some West Coast nigga. You know what I'm saying? And again, Tupac West Coast nigga. So it's like that was like some West Coast shit.
Got that from Dre. Like, you need to take Biggie for that video.
So it's like,
how lit is Dre? Real quick.
Dre's the nigga.
The top 10 selling albums in rap. Dre has executively produced like 6 of them.
He's the nigga.
Dre got 3 diamond albums. 50 first album, Eminem's second album, and Pac, All Eyes on Me. He executively produced all that shit.
How much is Doggy Style sell?
8 mil. The first Chronic sold 7 mil. And what's his other big album? Chronic 2001 sold 7 mil.
Right.
Like,
fucking
crazy.
Machine.
Just crazy.
Fucking machine.
Exactly produced all that shit. Like, that's
fucking
just
machine,
insane. On top of the Dog Pound selling 4 mil, NWA selling 4 mil, like,
the Dog Pound album was a fucking independent album.
Yeah.
What's the name? Warner Brothers, whoever the fuck they were, or whoever they were signed to at the time, didn't pick that album up, and they went and did an indie deal and then sold fucking $4 million.
That was the one with New York on it, right?
Yeah, that is one of the best albums of all time.
Somebody the other day was like, Chance is the best independent artist ever, and I'm like,
not even close.
I don't think that. Like,
no, not even close. Like fucking Daz is still getting checks from that album.
The Dipset shit they was doing independent was fucking crazy.
It was breaking records at fucking Koch. Like Jim Jones is owed probably like $17 million or some shit.
Made like $25 million.
Yeah, he said I didn't get nowhere near all my money from that shit from Alan Greenblatt. They said they didn't pay nobody really. Like I'm saying, they gave you some upfront money. They gave you a couple back end checks, and then once after they felt like stop paying you, they stopped paying you.
But not to go too far off of where we was going, I really think Ether, just you see Remy Ma Sheether. Like, Ether has become such a staple in our culture to where when you get killed, you get ethered.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
That I agree with.
When we was talking about Charles Barkley, LeBron ethered Charles Barkley, and it's like, the
ether shit is a part of culture.
Yeah.
But I'm just looking at all of the ancillary shit that happened around that whole Biggie, Tupac, East Coast, West Coast shit. A lot of shit happened.
Yeah,
like,
true.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit happened. Nas dropped Ether and went in the house. The nigga didn't come outside for 2 years.
He didn't have to.
Like,
you know
the
what I'm
nigga
saying?
went in the house.
Nas dropped Ether and the whole Rockefeller showed up at Hot 97 to diss him. Had Chris and Neef dissing him. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was going.
Those were some underrated disses too.
The freestyles was all that
crazy.
That was when Neef said Bernard and me, so the dip game vicious. That was when they did that shit. Yeah, like the verses was all of that.
Fucking Oskino diss. He put out
I can vaguely remember.
He put out a solo diss to Nas.
I do remember that.
Where
shit,
cross on your arm, but you rap about a law. Is you Muslim or Christian? I forgot you think you God until you get robbed and you can't pull a string. You little fragile ass nigga. You get fucked in the bing.
I remember that.
Super disrespectful.
Remember Sparks John? Nas said he was thorough. I got a 9 at a
Rock his world. Freeway had a OK Joe. Nasty Nas ain't riding on a freeway.
That was international,
no, he banged out on a freeway, crashed on a freeway. On his way to Hova, he died before he CJ.
I remember that. Yeah, they definitely had some good ass fucking disses. Yeah, man, that was Philly shit. You know what I'm saying?
Rapping.
Yeah, rapping. That was just a fly era, man. Everybody rap. We don't give a fuck. We know you ain't nicer than Nas.
Right.
Spit. We don't give a fuck.
Emilio, I know you was smoking wet before you got here. Rap,
everybody
nigga.
Rap. Everybody get on. That was dope.
Jay standing back like Lex Luthor, letting all his fucking minions rap.
So you got Nicki with the I'm the queen of rap, and then you got Remy now with the diss.
The thing is, think about the psychology of human beings. People love an underdog. Like, when Golden State was on the come up, everybody loved them. You know what I'm saying? The minute that they start getting too arrogant and too swagged up and all that shit,
Green,
fuck y'all niggas. We hate y'all. Yeah. They are probably one of the most villainized teams ever now. You know what I'm saying? They're continually trolled for the 3-1 shit, and it shifted from everybody hating LeBron to everybody loving LeBron because it's like, oh, these niggas ganging up on LeBron. So just the nature of people just love a fucking underdog. So what I can say is, Nicki, you brought this shit on yourself, because I listened to the Gucci Mane record. She was firing.
The funniest shit about this is like you're like instigating for the sake of it. Every 2 hours, this nigga's tweeting, "Hey, did Nicki find a studio yet? Y'all, somebody let me know something."
She was firing. Did you listen to the Gucci Mane Make Love record?
She didn't say any names.
She was fine. Who?
Keep it a bean. A lot of people. I'm not saying who, but a lot of people thought she was talking about Kim.
But that's like beating a dead horse at this
clearly.
point. But my thing was when she said, "Single went platinum, album flop, bitch, where?" I'm like, who else is she talking about?
But you gotta understand something. I didn't know that the album had flopped.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
So she literally like just got the fucking BDS report or the fucking SoundScan report and went right in the booth like, I was waiting on this. Yeah. Now I can cut this record. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that the album, because in my mind I'm thinking the album had to be doing good.
Nicki said, He said, you got some bum ass taste. I'll call your husband, ask him how your bum ass tastes. Yeah. You ain't homeless, but I'll put you in your bum ass place. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with Nicki? Like, these are fighting words. I'll call your husband, ask him how your bum ass tastes. Like, who's she talking about other than, you know what I'm saying?
So, presently, who's the queen of rap?
It's still Nicki Minaj. Yeah, it's still Nicki Minaj. We don't erase we've been doing this fucking countdown on here every week. Like Nicki Minaj got another Hot 100. Isn't that shit don't go away because of a diss record? You know what I'm saying? Now, how she handles it is going to determine if she gets ja ruled or not. But you can only get ja ruled if you engage in what you have to say is not as compelling.
I don't think she gets ja ruled. She's too much of a titan in her field, in her lane.
So is Ja Rule.
Not to this status.
No, not to this status. But what I'm saying is how she responds is going to determine how people overall view the situation.
Like Ja Rule didn't have like she almost got Beyonce fans. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that type love for her.
Ja Rule made a diss album against 50. And it actually was pretty damn good.
What if Ja Rule doesn't make Clapback?
If Ja Rule don't make Clapback, then we still singing Thug Lovin' and dancing in the street right now. He indirectly fucked up Bobby Brown's comeback by putting out Clapback in that same time frame.
Crazy part is I actually liked the wonderful shit he did with R. Kelly.
R. Kelly?
You know?
She was still making dope ass records. Don't get it fucked up. But people just like, nah. You know what I'm saying? And the shit, you seen the shit go from 4 million to 1.4 to 600,000 to no 100,000.
Yeah. No 100,000.
You know what I'm saying? Just
it's
over a span of 3 albums.
Handling a diss track, you got to be just as good at making a diss track, because you could really like Jay-Z. This is the crazy part, the Jay-Z and Nas shit. How you saying, I guess I'll respect that. You saying Nas went in the house. Because if Nas applied the pressure,
he could have crushed.
He could have ended. Now I don't know if he could have ended it.
He could have, but he could have put a real dent in Jay shit.
Because Jay handled it terribly. Like Dame even said, Dame was like, I didn't authorize that.
In the words of Loaded Lux, look at him, emotional.
Dame was like, when I got off the plane, I heard that super. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga doing?
Even Irv Gotti was like, he was supposed to do, what was the beat he was supposed to do? It wasn't Super Ugly. He said it was something else, and they was like, they had already queued the shit up, and it was already, he was like ready to tell him to change it, and they was like, oh, we already gave it to Angie. It's like, we already gave, like, no, don't,
Like, I always say, where I think Jay went wrong with the beef is, Takeover was already done. Right. It was a Mobb Deep diss. It wasn't a Nas diss. He just got on stage at Summer Jam and said, ask Nas he don't want it with Hove. And the crowd went retarded, like, whoa, what the fuck? Yeah. Then when the album dropped, 9/11, boom, it's a Nas verse on there. And it's like, wait, what the fuck? And it was dope. The second verse from Blueprint 2, know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Can't y'all see that he's fake? The rap version. If he would have did that with the Takeover Nas verse on its own joint, that would have been fucking nuts. Yeah. But that's what made Ether so crazy, is that this ain't a song with a J diss on it. Nigga, this a J diss.
Right.
This shit, when this shit come on and you hear,
you know who it's about.
You hear, nigga, you been on my dick, dog. Nigga, you love my style. Like, it's like, oh yeah, this, and it that shit to make your soul burn slow. So that's why, like, I
knew Ether was on some shit when they interviewed Beans. This how you knew it was a fraction of Rockefeller. When they interviewed Beans, they was like, "Yeah, what's up with you going on?" He's like, have you heard that Ether? Yeah, I'm riding around bumping that right now. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I know it was all types of curse outs behind that, John.
It had to be. You know what I'm saying?
You disloyal dickhead. Because then right after that, I see through you like glass, trying to hit 4 birds with 1 stone by breaking a rock in half, because that was a chastising. Like, yo, you making the team look, you look crazy right now. Like
that. Even Nas said, like, he's like, I don't even like talking about it no more. He's like, and he said this a while ago. He's just like, it's a part of history. It's
what it is.
But you know, he's like, I left that shit alone a long time ago. It's like, I did what I had to do. They know what's up, and let's keep it the fuck moving. Right. But it's just become such a staple now. And then, like, when motherfuckers sent me the thing, I think, who was it that sent it to me? I think Tok sent it to me. And I'm like, I'm looking at the word, I'm like, skelter? And then somebody next to me seen it was like, sheather. I'm like, holy shit. That's what it says. I'm trying to make sense of the word. I'm like, what the fuck is shutter? And he was like, sheather. I'm like, she a woman, sheather. All right, yeah, I get it. And it's like, I got Nicki as the go, and it's funny because somebody had said this the other day. Y'all didn't do top 5 women rappers, and
it's not 5 women rappers that matter, but okay.
Yes, it is. Don't do that. My number 1 all time is Foxy. I love Foxy.
It's Nicki Minaj. It's Nicki Minaj, Lil Kim, Queen Latifah, and MC Lyte, and then everybody else.
I was gonna say Queen Latifah, and yeah, that's pretty much the same shit. But it's like, do I think Remy is about to come for Nicki's? No, I don't think that's about to happen. You know what I'm saying?
You got 3 hit records to like 97. You know even if you went on a run,
she's made the Billboard 100 chart 4 times.
That's what I'm saying. You got. I'm sorry, 4,
and 2 of those songs aren't hers.
So you got 4 songs to 97.
She got on it with Conceited and whatever on her solo.
Okay,
and the
cool.
joint she had with can't remember who was on the hook. It made it to 101.
Right.
I was like,
even if Remy had a phenomenal 3-year run, you still couldn't close the gap.
No.
You still would close the gap from like 4 to 80. You know what I'm saying? Like you would go from like 4 to having like 16 on the chart, and then you got 80 more to go.
Now, how did you feel about the shit that was said on the diss track?
Very disrespectful.
I was on a tip level where it was just like so many people got thrown under the bus. Ebro.
But here's the thing. That's a woman's way.
Yeah.
And you argue with a woman, it's no holds barred. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, in a situation like that where you dealing with somebody that is an underdog, that's not signed to a major label, she ain't gonna pull no punches because her ceiling for success is not the same as like a Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj ain't gonna get on her diss track and say, you suck Jay-Z dick. You know what I'm saying? Like you or you wanna. She's not gonna do that because she got political ties, and you know what I'm saying. So it's like, so Remy just had no filter on the joint, but it's like, she took a lot of rumor and innuendo and just jammed it all into a fucking diss record. The only real shit she kind of said was like, you fuck Drake, which we all pretty much know she fucked Drake. That was like the whole start of the Meek Mill beef. And then the shit about her brother being a child molester, which is, nigga got molestation charges. So it's like, other than that.
The Meek shit though. Like.
If that shit is true, that's real trifling to me.
If I'm on the tip, like, I know Meek ain't tell this lady this shit. Like, I just know.
But here's the thing. He's not coming out saying that he didn't.
True.
There's nothing of him saying, but you know what he is doing? Liking posts and shit.
That's where this shit is just getting weird. Motherfuckers make a post about Meek or Remy, Nicki's liking it, then somebody make a post about Nicki, he's liking it. Yeah. It's like...
It's the Twitter finger shit.
It's like, why don't the rappers rap? Like, I don't get that.
They flat out refuse.
It just makes no sense.
They flat out refuse.
Like, won't nobody just rap? Like, this shit is nuts. But when I heard this shit, I'm like, I know this man didn't tell this woman this shit. Like,
I'm
I just
praying. I'm like, Meek's a messy nigga. I don't think he's that messy.
Because I'm like, why the fuck would Rim just haul off and say that on a track? Because she dissed him.
Yeah. You must think you Drake and I'm Twitter fingers? Or did Meek not process that part?
Yo, it's like, what the fuck? Like, this shit is weird. It's just strange. It's a good... I don't think I'll listen to it again. I listened to it twice.
I mean, I'm not listening to a 7-minute diss track.
Yeah, no, that too. Like I listened to it twice. I don't like. For me, it's just sometimes difficult listening to Remy rap.
It's like they want a reaction out of Nicki so bad. They just interviewing anybody that ever met her anywhere in any point in life. Like they asked Safari, what did he think?
Yeah.
What the fuck do we care what Safari thinks?
Real
like
shit.
Safari, don't you got a dance contest or something to get prepared for,
Yo,
bro?
That video of him pop locking behind her. You seen that shit?
Snaking and shit, going from the back to like
I fell out off of that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like they just interviewing any and everybody, and then it's like then you got Game, who was like Captain Save-A-Ho in every beef, like, oh, Tiger got a beef, pull my cape out. Yeah. Oh, Lil Wayne got a beef, pull my cape out. Like, Young Thug was going to kill Game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm convinced Thug was going to kill Game or die trying. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you jumping in the way of these motherfucking bullets. Then Drake got a beef, pull my cape out.
Cape, yeah.
It's just like Nicki Minaj got a beef, pull my cape out. It's just like, dog.
Well, he just clearly doesn't like Meek. Anything, motherfucker beef with Meek, Game is in it. You know what I'm saying? He don't give a fuck. But the diss was. I'm not putting it in my top. 20.
Nah, it's not. And my motherfuckers is jumping out the window like, yeah, it's top 3 diss records of all time and this and that.
The other day,
that's like, bull. No, it's not. Okay, let's do this. No, it's not. Okay, it's not. No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? No Vaseline, hit him up. Ether exists. No, it's not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Drake has 1 billion streams and a triple platinum plaque and a Grammy nomination for back to back. This ain't that.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let's not. I know we clamoring for beef in hip hop. This ain't that.
And I think a diss track is one. It's either supposed to be. It's supposed to fuck somebody up.
Yeah.
Or just sell, or just something crazy around it has to happen.
The point of a diss record is to expose some new information that we had no idea about. All she did was just play on rumors and, you know what I'm saying, and tell lies, basically, like, and allude to a bunch of different shit.
Had Ebro and Papoose going at it on Twitter and
yeah,
shit.
like,
it's just like...
That was weird. Fucking, they did a whole Ebro in the Morning special about.
I didn't even hear that.
About 21 minutes of the show was about did Ebro smash Nicki Minaj, and then they had fucking people call in saying whether they thought he smashed Nicki Minaj or not. I'm like, the fact that you're sitting here doing this, I know you didn't smash Nicki Minaj.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I don't got her smashing a nigga that's gonna sit up here and talk on the radio for 21 minutes about how he did or didn't smash her. Like, that was weird to me in itself.
Yeah.
So if whatever chance you did have is probably out the window now after this fucking special you did on your radio show.
Crazy. It was a wild week.
Yeah.
The Oscars happened. You want to get into that?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Mahershala Ali, first Muslim actor to win Best Supporting Actor. Mm-hmm. From what I'm hearing, he was only in Moonlight for 15, 17 minutes or some shit like that.
Yeah, it wasn't long. I didn't see it, but I heard
I
it
didn't
wasn't
see
long.
it. But somebody made the comparison that when Sir Anthony Hopkins won Best Actor for Silence of the Lambs, he was only in that movie for 17 minutes.
He wasn't in there long either.
But his character was so compelling and rememberable that it didn't matter because every fucking scene hit as Hannibal Lecter. So whatever, black man won an Oscar, so I'm celebrating that. You know what I'm saying?
Mahershala Ali won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor.
Viola Davis
won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. Black people were with Moonlight won for Best Picture. And
there was a whole mix up with that
somehow
shit.
Denzel didn't get another trophy for Fences.
I didn't see Fences.
Thought it was great.
My opinion of Denzel is this: phenomenal actor.
This is about to be some hate. I can just sense
phenomenal actor. But post like Malcolm X, he been playing the same nigga in every movie.
Don't do that.
Like,
you're tripping.
Been playing this. He been Denzel as whoever in every movie.
He an alpha male, but that's just his roles. You're never gonna see him playing the number 2 in a movie. But understand.
But that would show more range as an actor.
Nah, but you don't want to see that.
You've seen Leo in every different type of role.
Leo still be the alpha male in his roles though. Even when he's look at the Wolf of Wall Street, where he was like the not really knowing what's going on guy at the beginning, to where this nigga's on yachts doing fucking quaaludes, fucking hoes.
Right, but that's character. You see character growth within the course of a film.
Look at John Q, which Denzel should have an Oscar for.
For that, he should.
You know what I'm saying?
For that, he should.
He was amazing in John Q. So it's like it's the same type shit, but it's like you look at, what's the Matrix? What's the guy in the Matrix?
Lawrence Fishburne.
No, the white guy.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
Horrible actor.
Keanu Reeves. You know who was supposed to be Neo? Will Smith. Will turned it down to do Wild Wild West, and Will said it was like one of his greatest mistakes in acting. But he was like, they're trying to sell me on a movie that didn't really make sense to me. Like, oh no, it's a fake world, not a real world, but it is real because you got the plug in the back of your head. And he's like, then this other company is like, look, we're doing a remake of Wild Wild West. We got $20 million. He's like, cool, let's do that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, looking back on it, Will couldn't have been Neo.
No, absolutely not.
Because Neo had to be kind of stupid.
Yeah, you had to have a certain
like Keanu Morpheus, like dumb. Yeah, you know, like Will could have been Morpheus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Could have done that.
Definitely.
But you being Neo, no. So it's like that's what Denzel is kind of like. You just ain't gonna want to see that nigga was really X. So you ain't gonna want to see him playing like second fiddle to a mother. It's the truth. So he just it's almost like Denzel takes a character. He's always gonna have the main dominant character in a movie, right. But he takes it and Training Day. You've seen Dirty Cops. Look at. If you want to see a bad dirty cop, look at Cuba Gooding when he did the movie. He did a joint just like Training Day. It's called Dirty. He's horrible in that shit. You know what I'm saying? But you look at Denzel in Training Day, you felt that nigga
Without
as Alonzo. You know what I'm saying? When you see him as John Q, you felt that shit. He could have got a best supporting actor John for Philadelphia. It's like Denzel, he just
I liked him in Philadelphia.
He's just a good ass actor all the way around the board.
Did Tom Hanks win an Oscar for Philadelphia?
I think he did win for Philadelphia.
That's a good ass fucking movie.
Yeah, it was the shit.
That's character. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know, man. I like Denzel a lot. I respect Denzel.
The Oscar mix-up was ridiculous, though.
They basically explain what happened. PricewaterhouseCoopers sends 2 representatives there, both with suitcases on, because they put one on each end of the stage. Mm-hmm. Once a category is presented, person over the other opposite side supposed to take their envelope, get it the fuck out of here. Apparently, somebody was fucking smoking a dab or whatever the fuck on the best actress, John, the Emma Stone one, didn't get rid of their envelope. So they then passed Warren Beatty that envelope.
And I told people were going in on Warren Beatty, and I'm like, yo, he didn't read it.
Yeah.
It was Faye. Warren Beatty didn't say
Warren
anything.
Beatty was like,
he
fuck
looked
this.
down. He said he looked down and he saw Emma Stone, what's the movie she was in?
La La Land.
And you could see him look around like, oh, the fuck is this? And he showed it to her, and she just saw La La Land and was like, La La Land won. So they brought him up, and the bull like, yo, no, we didn't win this shit. I'm looking at it right here.
Yeah, because the production staff threw up fucking Moonlight.
Yeah.
In the joint, they like, La La Land didn't win. You know what I'm saying?
The shit was crazy, though.
Jimmy Kimmel did a whole 15 minutes on his show Monday talking about like the whole mix-up and shit. And he's like, yo, this ain't on me. And he said he's sitting in the crowd with Denzel. And he's like, somebody should go up there and fix this. He's like, oh, wait, that's the host. I'm the host. Like, the shit was so surreal, he forgot he was hosting.
The funniest shit of the whole night was when Casey Affleck, who I'm good on Casey Affleck, he won the fucking Best Oscar award.
Best actor.
Best actor Oscar. And he said, I want to give a shout out to Denzel because Denzel taught me how to act. And the camera caught Denzel like fuck out of here. Looking at him.
Eat a dick, white boy.
Like, yo, what the fuck is you talking
fucking
about?
Batman Jr.
Yeah.
The fuck out of here.
Casey Affleck had like sexual assault. He didn't get charged, but he had allegations of sexual misconduct, and he won an Oscar. And we saw what happened with
Nate Parker, and it wasn't even true.
20 years ago.
20 years ago, never went to trial.
Don't
none
see
of that
this
shit.
goddamn movie. You know what I'm saying? You want to do a social media issue?
Yeah, let's do it.
One thing I saw this week was chick posted a thing saying how she was like wearing a dress that wasn't like it was provocative, and her boyfriend had an attitude with it. And she still wore it anyway, and now he's been walking around mad or whatever. And people were going in like, oh, he's insecure, all that bullshit. How do you feel about your girl dressing?
Any relationship, there's compromise. It's going to be push and pull, give and take, and all of that shit. And with that being said, I'm giving the orders and you taking them. So if you wear some shit that's inappropriate, you can wear whatever the fuck you want, but if I don't agree with the shit, you're just not gonna be my girl. That's fine. You can wear the fuck you want. Go be somebody else's bitch with that fucking shit on if I don't agree with it. So that's basically where I'm at with it. I'm straight Stone Age with it come to certain shit. And it's like, if I don't feel comfortable with it for whatever reason, insecure or not, you should either explain to me why it's okay for you to wear it or not wear the shit.
I mean, honestly, it's like, I really don't. I don't feel that way. Like I'm not. I guess I'm just not that.
I'm a caveman.
Yeah, clearly, I'm not that insecure when it comes to that type of shit. It's like you can wear whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell my girl all the time, like, whatever, this shit don't bother me. It's like I never bother me. I've had
now. If you're with me, that's one thing. If you out with your hoe ass friends or whatever.
Oh, see, that's different.
You see what I'm saying?
No,
like,
you got to put on your velour jogging suit if you going out with your
you see
girl.
what I'm saying? So it's like the same scenario, same situation, different scenarios. So it's like, if you with me, wear whatever you want because ain't nobody gonna disrespect me in my face. If so, I'm going to jail tonight.
Yeah, my girl one night, she was like, me and my girls are going to Fridays. I'm like, what the fuck you going there for? Like, all the motherfuckers is in there just being extra and shit. She's like, you was in Fridays every night. I'm like,
that's not important.
About this.
Do as I say, not as I do. Goddamn it! Like, you're trying to cause an international incident.
Yeah, with me, whatever, wear whatever you want. Now, going out with your girls, I don't know, because I understand the game and I respect it, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, you know, girls want to go out and want to do this, that, and the third, and you know, because you in the club, so you know,
girls want to go out and have a dick sucking contest randomly.
I wasn't gonna go that far, but it's like girls.
You
go
see
out,
like the memes and shit where they be like when the guys go out it's Bible study, and then when girls go out it's a dick sucking contest.
The funniest meme is the chick looking at her phone with the shocked face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
How you got 4 bodies when you fuck 5 of my niggas?
The club is crazy.
I thought you was home sleep, bitch. I can see you.
Oh man, I'm in the inbox. We got some good questions.
Oh shit, let's get it.
Crazy part is,
Let's get it popping.
I seen the Gmail shit kept popping up on my watch. And did you promote the shit this week?
No.
Because I'm like, why the fuck did this shit? I thought you had like sent out.
People probably missed it because we didn't do one last show.
Clearly, what do you say?
2-hour mark.
Okay, cool. We're getting ready to wrap up.
Yeah, we got about 10 more minutes.
All right, here we go. Settle this debate. I know to each his own, but what's more sexually attractive? A woman that has a 10 in the face but built like an 11-year-old boy, or a woman with all natural curves, hips, and ass, not that pretty though? I'm
going to go with B. I'm going to take the body all day because you can have sex appeal and not be the most attractive chick in the world. You know what I'm saying? How you look, because it's like if a chick don't got God-given beauty, but she keep her hair done, her nails is right, and she keep her body in shape and all of that shit, and she's visually pleasing, just not the face. She might be a 6 in the face, but everything else is a 12. Give me that. I don't want to lay next to a fucking Jewish boy that look like he just came from band camp.
Yeah, sure. I like a pretty face. I like body.
But you ain't fucking no bony chick neither.
No. You already know. I'm sending this bitch to jail.
Yeah, is it?
No. But I mean,
citizens arrest.
I like big breasts and thick thighs, but I like a pretty ass face. Like when I first saw my lady, I saw her face, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Like we look, that shit makes me almost look good in the picture because I'm, horrendous. So it's like, that's love.
Now, don't get me wrong. I prefer she have both, but if I gotta pick, like, give me the ass and tits all day. You know
I'm with you on that.
You gotta give a little to get a little sometimes, because usually when she has both, she's batshit crazy.
Very true. Here goes another one. I went out the other day for the first time in a while here in Philly, and we went to
bless you.
We went to 2 nightclubs, and it was absolutely horrible. What is your worst experience in a nightclub?
I mean, some of my worst experiences in a nightclub are like when I go to work and the fucking dancers are like digging in my pocket trying to steal my money. You know what I'm saying? All of those experiences were from fucking May till present day. I still got to deal with that shit all the time,
right?
Because it's like the new bitches don't know, like, the protocol is if somebody tell you that they work here, you supposed to leave them alone. They like, I don't care, and they still fucking twerking and dancing and trying to fucking get some money up out of you. Like, lady, I'm here to make money, not fucking give you my money. So those are like some of my worst experiences.
I'm not a nightclub dude. Like I'm it's just not my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Chad's one of my closest fucking friends. How many parties do you think you've promoted since we've known each other?
Oh my God. I do on average probably 150 parties a year.
So it's up
whether
in the
it's like
thousands.
small shit, big, saying like 150 a year. So we probably know each other 6-7 years now, so probably upwards of like 900 parties.
How many parties have I come to?
None.
Consistency
is the key to all success.
Because I'm not good in the club. Like, some motherfuckers is good in the club. Like, I'm awkward as shit. Like, I don't dance.
You're not a mingler.
I'm a mingler. I just don't dance. I don't stand on the couch. You know what I'm saying? I got parents. You don't stand on furniture. So it's like, I'm just not good in the club. Like, we was in Miami, and we down there, we rented all them cars.
Shout out to the Pain Gang.
Yeah, we rented all them cars, a mansion, all that bullshit. They gassed me up like, yo, we here, we in Miami, South City, we going to the club, we gonna fuck the club up. I'm like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we pull up to the club, we pull up the motherfucking valet, tear the valet up, because we got 10 fucking foreigns. Yeah. So we fuck the valet up, cut the line, walk right into the fucking club. The club was lit, bitches all on the levels. Damn, this shit was crazy. And they like, yeah, let's get some bottles. And I'm like, all right, cool. I turn to the chick, I'm like, yeah, let me get a bottle of Grey Goose. She's like, 500. And I'm like, no, ma'am, listen, not a shipment, just a bottle.
One bottle.
And she was like, yeah, 500. And I'm like, I'm out. And I just left. I went out the side door. I got the Maserati. I'm like, yo, black Maserati, you get a chance. I got a meat lover's pizza for like $20. And I chilled on like 11th and Collins. Marty, shout out Marty and Los and Midget John and JT. They came out. We was out there. And I'm like, yo, I am good.
Right.
Like the club just really, it's just not my thing. I don't
Every now
like
and then, I get real like clubbish, like club chat like comes out like, and I feel like partying and shit like that. Like the last time I really like party probably was like DJ Boo birthday party. Like I was in full rapper mode. I had glasses on in the club, like all that shit. But it's just overall, it's just like a pretentious ass setting, and it's like motherfuckers do so much fronting like to try to look like something and angle shit, and it's like you would sit a bitch down in your section, and next thing you know, she reaching in the bottle bucket and she taking pictures with your bottles and shit.
I
like,
heard y'all talking about this.
It's like the shit is crazy. Like it's a recurring thing.
I told
like,
you when we was in the club, I seen a nigga. He was standing on the wall on his phone. His man was like, "Yo," like with the camera for the picture. He put the phone away, picked up a hookah stick and a bottle. And like I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? He inhaled the smoke, was blowing the smoke out, holding the bottle up. Took the picture, put the bottle down, put the pen down, and pulled his phone back out.
I ain't here for none of this shit.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
Listen, I seen a nigga grab 2 empty Ace of Spade bottles and walk around the club with them. Like during like garbage time at the club. Like the last 30, 40 minutes of the club is like garbage time. Yeah, it's like a blowout fucking garbage time. Like the motherfucker walked up like, oh shit, these niggas left these Ace of Spade bottles and grabbed them and walked around with them like, I'm like, dude, there's 9 people here and I seen you take the bottles. That's like crazy. I can see you, my man. I can see you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Shit. All right, I'm gonna pull one more question. Let me see. Some of the new ones that I haven't opened. No, that's stupid.
No, that's stupid.
Give me a good one here. Give me a good one here. Oh, that's a good one. When are you guys gonna do a live show?
That's a good question. Like right now, we are, we're transitioning. We've made it.
Let's talk. I like that because we could talk about the advancement of the podcast.
Yeah, we're transitioning. We've been on a steady upcline for the most part. We haven't peaked at all by far. We have a lot of like positive things happening in the way of analytics and monetizing the show. You're gonna like be hearing sponsorship opportunities, situations on the show coming up and stuff like that. So the whole thing now is just fine tuning the show in terms of the production part of it, how it sounds, how it looks, merchandising and all of that stuff. And then as that continues to grow and we see growth in those areas, then we'll be able to say, hey, we know we got X amount of people that are in this market listening on a given day that we know will pay $20, $30 to come hear us talk shit for
we just got a new analytical team that handles all of the numbers.
Just to really dial into the numbers and get super duper specific so we know where everybody is that's listening, when they're listening, how long they're listening for. Like
one thing I think that's dope with Brilliant Idiots is they do like emails. Like they figure out through their emails where their biggest markets are. And that's where they decide, okay, we're going to do a live show here because this is the most people hitting us.
Yeah, because you want to specifically like know that when you go somewhere and the production that it takes and the money that it takes to put on a show, you want to know that people are going to come, one, and then two, is going to be some sort of return on investment, even if you're breaking even, but you get to go and touch the people, but you don't want to necessarily foot the bill to do a live show. I just think it's
fly as shit that two little niggas from, well, not little, but two niggas from Southwest Philly can like reach out to all these people. It's like, this is episode 8. Yeah, we're there.
Yeah, we're on the other side of the.
We're on the other side now.
I know I keep promising y'all video, but it's just like
we're trying to find a videographer.
If you know a videographer, you know what I'm saying, let us know. We have a pretty stable recording schedule, but then sometimes shit like this happens, and we gotta go on the fly or whatever. Yeah. But we want to transition this show also. This is going to be like exclusive to going like a bi-weekly show and doing 2 shows a week.
That's what I was going to say. How about that too?
Yeah.
We're going to the podcast
movement.
August 23rd through August 25th
in Anaheim, California. We're going to aim to cut a couple shows while we're out there.
Yeah, we're going to definitely do a live show at the podcast convention in California, so that'll be fly as shit.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I told you, man, some of the acts and some of this, like, I'm talking about Cali,
yeah,
Ohio,
multiple people in Cali, multiple people in like New Orleans and Texas and
like the shit is growing. It's reaching, the downloads. That's another thing. So subscribe to the podcast. Also download the episodes too. You know what I'm saying? It's thousands of downloads going out. I'm happy. I can't say, you know what I'm saying?
We've seen a lot of growth in the comments in the last week since Matt did the commenting for dummies tutorial that we posted on all our social media. I'm gonna do one also, same shit, just me instead of Matt. And
without the dog.
Yeah, minus the dog.
My girl heard that. She was like, "What does Chad mean aggressive? She ain't aggressive." I'm like, "She's true enough to comfort her." I'm like, "She's aggressive." What the fuck you mean? Yeah. Dog be tearing shit apart when she get a hold of it.
So, I mean, continue to comment, to share the podcast. When y'all go through and y'all listening, hit the little arrow button, share the podcast.
Yeah, whenever you see the cloud with the arrow, hit that. You know what I'm saying?
Hit that. That's going to download the show. And then the arrow in like near the, like the info box or whatever, hit that, John, share the show, post it on your social media, tell people about the podcast. And just, as we continue to grow, we'll be able to do more cool shit. Have more of a presence.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a couple shout outs. CSI,
crazy shout outs.
D, Geach, motherfucking Lexi. Like it's a lot of people I see that just consistently Ash. They just
Jessica
consistently shouting it out, and
Philly Kimba
all the time. Shout out Kimba. Like it's just I need a pan of chicken, by the way, Kimba.
Camaro Rob too.
Rob. It's just a lot of them that just consistently shout us out, get us a look here, and it's just like you can't do nothing but be appreciative of that, especially where we at.
Right. And I know that this podcast is making waves and having an impact because like 4 people hit me up like, so I hear you're having sheetrock problems. Hit me up like,
I didn't even tell you. Funniest shit of this past week. I'm on the bus, I'm back to work. I took the whole February off, so I went back this week. Whatever. I go first trip on overtime. I'm working the 9. First trip, well, not overtime, my regular run now. I pull up to Wissahickon Transfer Center. This nigga I never seen in my life get on. Swipe the transfer. It was like, how you doing? I'm like, what's up? He was like, how the fuck you don't got Rakim in your top 5? I'm like, oh shit, look, old head, look. I thought old head was gonna hook off on me. So how the fuck you don't got Rakim in your top 5? I'm like, my fault. He's like, yo, I listen to that shit. Y'all niggas is hilarious. I'm like, go sit your ass, get behind the yellow line. Hey, go sit your ass down. But it's like, yo, it's dope. Like, motherfuckers is really, really fucking with us. You know what I'm saying?
This shit's definitely making an impact, man. We appreciate y'all. The support is real. Whatever y'all can do to help the show grow is going to help us be able to give back to y'all and just do more cool, dope shit.
Yeah, we was talking about all types of little stuff, man. Doing shit for kids, all that type of shit. Like, why not? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, because it's getting real now. Like, we got a real super duper level of support from New Media Studios. That's who helps us produce the show.
Real shit. When you got people hitting us up about trying to teach us how to monetize this and do that, and like it's
and hone in on your numbers so you know what's what and what you should be charging for advertising and all that shit. Like,
it's dope.
Shit's getting real.
So we'll be here Sunday for our normal time, and we'll be at y'all next Tuesday. It's the realest podcast ever, man. And enjoy and tell a friend. You don't got nothing else.